There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Good morning, students. I am Vixie, the Automated Recruitment Assistant of VXI, and I am here to answer your questions about our company. Hi, I have a question. Does VXI accept fresh graduates? Definitely. We accept fresh graduates and you can apply via walk-in process at all our recruitment hubs. Jumpstart your career with us here at VXI. Is it really true that it is a one-day processing before you get hired? Absolutely. Here at VXI, you can get hired within the same day. Perks, benefits, and a great working environment await you here. We have decided that all of us will be applying tomorrow at VXI. See you there, Vixie!
All right, so good morning, everybody. Welcome to Jobs180.com's 2024 Marketing Me Live with La Consolacion College, Manila. So today, we will be joined by speakers from Jobs180.com, Eastwest, Ageas, and Starbucks, or formerly known as Rustin's Coffee. Before we begin, let us have an opening prayer, followed by the singing of the national anthem.
Let us bow our heads and put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today. May you bestow your guidance and blessings so that we can enjoy and appreciate its significance in our lives. Bless everyone who are present here today, that each one of us may be able to share our knowledge, understanding, and wisdom for your glory and honor. May the various activities related to this event be a success through your intervention. We all ask of this in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang mag-ibig, pero sa sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisingin, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ang pagaw, ay hinatang tulakaw, isang pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may di magtitingin, luman ang araw ng walhabit pagsingka, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng pagkay mga akin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Alright, so again, good morning everyone. So is everyone ready for today's event? So I hope you all are. By the way, my name is Joyce Kitakutan Kole from Jobs180.com. I will be your host for today's session, and we are live via Jobs180 Facebook and Jobs180 YouTube channel. And we hope that everybody is as excited as I am to learn new things today. And so, again, to our audience, please comment your name, your year, and your course. Ayan, kung nandito na kayo, kindly comment your name, your year, and your course. And if you have questions later on, please type them in so we can answer them after the talk. So the question and answer portion will happen after each speaker's presentation. So after po ng speakers mag-talk about sa topic na meron sila, ay magkakaroon po tayo ng 10 minutes Q&A. So if you have questions po about sa topic, kung may question kayo for the speaker, please post your questions on the comment section. And don't forget to tag and share this to your friends. Kung wala pa po sila dito, ayan, please mention them in the comment section if you can. And here's our schedule for today. So we have 3 topics for today's session. So first, we have job applications using the ResumeLink, which will be discussed by Jobs180.com. Second topic will be power dressing by Eastwest Ageas Insurance. And last topic is interview tips by Starbucks Philippines. Ayan, so we have great topics for today. So I hope everyone is again excited and ready to listen to our speakers for today. And kung ready na, kung pwede bang mag-heart react, ayan, sa ating live, yan, sa ating Facebook channel, kung makakapag-heart react ng ating mga audience from LCCM. And so again, shout out to everyone who's already here. And for those classmates and schoolmates who are not yet here, tell them to come and watch our webinar because you will surely be learning lots of things. And nakakailanganin nyo yan when you enter the world of work. And again, please don't forget to comment your name, your year, and your course. And as we go along, please type in your questions so we can read it later. Huwag po kayong mahiyang magtanong. This is your chance to ask before you face the real adulting thing or the world of work. So to our audience, sit back, relax, and let us all #learn together as I introduce our first speaker. So our first speaker will be discussing job applications using the ResumeLink. So he has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. And as trusted resource speaker, he has done over 1,000 plus career development seminars in more than 400 plus colleges and universities nationwide. So the managing director from Jobs180.com, Mr. Kim Chua. Sir Kim, take it away.
Hey everyone, good day to all of you. My name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa, baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. And I'm here to share to you about the most secure tool for job application. This is how you can market yourself more effectively and the different ways to do that. Okay, so let me start. Now, when you apply, you probably have a checklist if you're using the right tool. So just go along with me if you have the right, if you have the same checklist that I have. So ito yung mga things na like kong tinatandaan, no? Will my tool or will the thing that I'll be using help me to stand out? That's the first item that is very important for me. Kailangan mag-stand out ako kasi dami-dami kong kasabayan kalaban sa pag-apply. Another thing in my checklist is that, do I have more than one file? Because oftentimes I have a lot of files. May academic records, may mga government IDs, ang dami mga kailangan hingiin ng mga companies. So I'd like to put them all in one file. And this tool helps me to do that. Okay? Another thing that this tool can do is that it allows me to make the process more efficient. Mas napapabilis yung pag-apply. No? Hindi na napapatagal yung pabalik-balik. So, mas mabilis din syempre tayo maka-move forward. Diba? And another thing that this tool can do is that wala tong bayad. Mukha lang akong salesman pero libre po ito. Okay? So this tool is absolutely for free. The most important in my checklist is that this tool, okay, makes my information secured. And I think this is the most important question. Do you want your information to be secured? I hope your answer is yes. Okay? And so with that, let me show you ano tong tool na ito. This tool is called ResumeLink. ResumeLink by definition is the most secured tool for job application. Okay? This is a personalized URL. It is a link that anyone can open online anytime, provided that they know the link. So let me use an example. If you are John Santos, just in case lang, your name is John Santos, your resume link would look something like johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. So how do you make one? Okay, how do you make one? Now, the first step is for you to register. This is absolutely for free. Wala itong bayad. Okay? So what do? You go to www.jobs180.com and that is where you now register. Okay? As you register, you just simply fill out the information. These are the basic information. You have the account details, you have your personal information, you have your education background, and just in case you have your work experience, whether it's OJT or it's part-time job or whatever yung work experience na yan, then you proceed to that work experience page. Pero pag wala, hanggang dyan na lang tayo sa my education information. Okay? After doing so, you now start to create your resume link. So ano ba ang basihan ng resume link? Kadalasan, ang resume link natin, we base it on our name. We base it on our unique name. Okay, so as an example, if you're John Santos, then you say johnsantos.jobs180.com. Now, what about during scenarios where you create your resume link tapos may nauna sa inyo? May ibang John Santos, may kapangalan ka, no, nauna sa inyo. Ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon na red na box. Sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. Na okay, malungkot pag taken na. Okay lang, maging creative lang kayo ng konti. Pwede mo balik na rin. Pwede mo sabihin Santos John. Okay, you can also say Santos J. O kaya J Santos. O kaya JS, di ba? Or SJ. Depende sa link na gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapareho kahit kayo may kapangalan. Now, another thing I'd like to emphasize here, wag po kayong OA. Pag gumawa kayo ng resume link, huwag mo gagawin tipong nakalagay Cutie Pie, Lover Boy, Barbie doll, di ba? Because it doesn't sound professional. Imagine going to a company and the HR will ask you, do you have a resume? Tapos sasabihin mo sa kanya, meron po, ang resume ko ay eljablo.jobs180.com. Di ba? Baka matakot yung HR sa inyo. So I don't recommend that you do something like that. Just stick to your name. Whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Okay? Now, in creating a resume link, you have to use a valid email. Emails like Yahoo, Gmail, Rocketmail, any email, basta nabubuksan nyo, wag na wag ka lang gagamit ng facebook.com na email. Okay? Do not use something like, example lang patrick@facebook.com na email. Do not use patricia@facebook.com na email. Okay? In short, do not use @facebook.com na email. Because if you use @facebook.com, you will no longer be able to receive notifications being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Okay? So use something that you can open. Why is it important for you to open your email? Because you have to verify your account. Okay? Remember, pag nag-verify, yan ang ebidensya na ikaw nag-register talaga. Yan ang proof. Diba? And at the same time, if you verify your account, then you'll be receiving notifications from the companies as well as Jobs180. If you do not verify your account, hindi nyo na po marireceive yung mga notification ng mga companies. So, sayang naman. Diba? Might as well verify your account first. Okay? Now, you're done with the first step. After you verify. So, ano na ang second step? Ang second step is the most logical of all the steps. You have to complete all the information. Very logical. Sino sa inyo mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, bungi-bungi detalye? Sino sa inyo magbibigay ng resume sa mga HR tapos kulang-kulang details nyo? I don't think you'll do that because you're just wasting your time. Instead, kumpletuhin yung information nyo bago kayo mag-submit dun sa mga companies. Okay? So, step 2, complete the information. And how do you do that? Punta kayo ulit dun sa website, www.jobs 180.com, and this time, you don't need to register again kasi may account ka na eh. What you need to do is you have to log in. Okay? Now, as you log in, you start to put your registered email or your resume link and then your password na ikaw lang may alam. Okay? Ganun lang siya kasimple. Now, once you're inside your account, you start to fill in the blanks. Ganun lang kasimple. Fill in the blanks. So, the things that you see here, yung mga contents, napakasimple lang. Yung mga personal details nyo, lagay mo dyan. Diba? All the information na sa tingin nyo relevant, you put it there. Now, I have some emphasis lang on items na madalas nami-miss out ito ng mga aplikante. Ano yung mga yon? Sa contact information, you have to put here all the possible ways na pwede kang makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng social media handles nyo. Ba't ko nasabi yan? Because in reality is, pag tinatawagan kayo ng mga HR, madalas hindi naman ina-answer eh. Lalo na pag hindi nyo kilala, pag nag-ring yung phone nyo, hala, sino kaya ito? Di ba, hindi mo kilala. Ano gagawin? Hahayaan mo na lang. Di ba? Antayin mo kung may mag-message sa inyo. Eh, paano kung yung HR hindi naman hindi masipag mag-message? Masipag lang siya magtawag. That's why I recommend you put here all the possible means na pwede kang makontak. Kagaya ng social media nyo. Put your Facebook there, yung mga messenger nyo, mga Twitter nyo, iba pang mga paraan, social media handles para mabilis kayo ma-reach out. Diba? Message na lang. Are you available Thursday, 10 a.m., so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So lahat ng paraan, lagay mo dyan. What else do you put here? You also put here yung inyong mga work options. Sa work options naman, you just choose lang, parang yes or no lang yan, parang switch, no? Kung ano yung mga options na gusto ninyo. No, willing to work night shift, willing to relocate, looking for OJT, you can also put it here. Okay? And then in terms of education, obvious naman, yung alma mater nyo, lagay nyo dito. Diba? Yung mga pampakapal ng resume, sa seminars attended, kahit magkopyahan pa kayo ng mga classmates mo, okay lang. Basta lang make sure, alam nyo na pag-usapan doon sa seminar na yon. Pagdating sa certification, ganun din yan. Walang limit sa space yan. Achievements, recommend ko dito is you don't only put yung mga achievement nyo inside the school. Okay? Kasi hindi naman lahat tayo academically inclined. Some of us are not very active sa school, pero active tayo sa mga social civic organization. Diba? So, even if it's outside of the school, you can also put it there. As long as you think it is an achievement, you put it there. Okay? Now, in terms of skills and languages, isa-isahin ko lang yan ha. Sa skills, do not limit your skills dyan lang sa course nyo. Hindi porkat education ng course mo, ang ibig sabihin, ang skills na alam mo lang ay magturo. Hindi porkat accounting ang course mo, ang alam mo lang gawin or ang skills mo ay mag-debit, credit at mag-balance sheet. Diba? So, marami kang alam na iba pa mga skills na kahit walang connect sa course, you can also put it here. Sample, photography, diba? Videography, diba? And all the other things, calligraphy, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Okay? When it comes to languages, I'm sure alam nyo, 2 lengguwahe na at the minimum. You know English and you know Filipino. If you know local dialect, to be specific, lagi mo Tagalog, Sabacano, Bisaya, Kapampangan, 'di ba? Ilonggo, wala naman limit sa space eh. 'Di ba? If you know foreign languages, put it there. Chinese, Japanese, French, Vietnamese, kung ano man 'yan, ilagay nyo. Because what you're doing is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to the prospective company. Now, when it comes to references, sigurado naman ako yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang tanong lang dyan, kayo ba kilala nila? Kasi madalas pag tinatawagan namin yung mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. Yung pinakamalupit dyan, hindi talaga kayo kilala. Okay, so please advise yung mga references nyo na ginawa siya lang reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now, at this point, I'd like to highlight yung mga things that you don't find in a traditional resume. Ano yung mga yan? Diba? Ito yung mga yun. Let me start with the portfolio section. The portfolio section is where you now upload evidence of your skills. And I think with this day and age, dito pumapasok yung efficiency ng ating application sa mga companies. Because oftentimes, when we apply to companies, marami mga hinihingi, mga pre-employment requirements. They will ask for mga documents, mga proof that is showing na yan talaga yung mga skills nyo. So, kung ano man meron yung mga documents, you can now take a picture, you can scan them, and you can upload it here. Example, government IDs. Diba? Meron ka mga transcripts, academic records. Diba? You can put that there. Okay? Kung meron mga medical clearance na kailangan, ganun din. Hindi na kailangan magpabalik-balik sa company. Oh, ayos ba? Oh, ito pa. Ba? But wait, there's more. Ito na yun. Itong isa pang gusto ko i-recommend sa inyo, yung tinatawag natin selfie video. Nowadays, I think it is not very difficult to create a selfie video. Diba? Ito may TikTok nga kayo eh. Diba? Alam mo naman paano gumawa ng selfie video. So I don't need to teach you how to create a selfie video. What I need to share to you na lang is yung anong kailangan sabihin pagka gumawa ka ng selfie video. Okay, this time, what I recommend is you say something interesting about yourself. Okay? So, you pretend that you're being interviewed by the HR. Di ba? Ano yung mga tinatanong sa atin? Why should we hire you? Di ba? Tell me something about yourself. Why should we consider you among all the other applicants? O, di ba? Ang kagandahan ngayon is you create that video for about 1 minute or less. Hindi kailangan sobrang haba, no? Mga 1 minute lang or less. Pero ang maganda rito is na-evaluate na nung HR yung inyong communication skills. If you can speak in English, then I recommend you speak in straight English. But if you cannot, it's okay as long as you're able to show your personality. You can also showcase here yung mga hard skills nyo. Ano yung mga hard skills? Kagaya ng mga video na panood ko dati, pinakita nila how to use a soldering iron, how to properly handle a welding machine, diba? How to fold table napkins. O, ganun, diba? So, depende kung ano yung mga skills na alam mo at depende kung ano yung nasa field mo rin, diba? Na napag-aralan, diba? So, gusto mo magpakita ka paano mag-balance sheet, pwede rin. O, diba? Again, it really depends on what you wanted to show dun sa HR. Ang point is, you don't need to travel back and forth para lang ipakita on the spot dun sa HR yung inyong hard skills. And, most importantly, hindi na kailangan magkaroon ng maraming aberya, maraming storbo. Diba? Sometimes, when we try to contact you for the phone interview, maingay yung background, hindi marinig. Diba? Mahina signal, maingay, ano nangyari, nasa biyahe, diba? Or sometimes hindi magtugma yung schedule. At least with that selfie video, it makes the process now more efficient. Now, another good thing with the ResumeLink is that you also upload here your profile picture. When it comes to profile picture, you don't need to go to the studio para magpa-picture. Huwag ka na gumastos. Ang importante lang dyan, tumingin ka sa camera, okay, with plain background, at of course, magbihis ka naman ng maayos, diba? And then, you're good to go. Huwag mo gagawin yung mga nasa right side ng screen niyo. Those samples that I'm showing you, it doesn't look professional. Imagine, di ba, yung mga selfie, mga nilagay ng avatar, yan, huwag nyo gawin yan. Okay? Huwag nyo gawin yan. It doesn't look nice, doesn't look professional. Okay? Now, another good thing pa with the ResumeLink is that meron tayong tinatawag na cover photo. Ayan, pasintabi sa matatamaan. May iba sa inyo nakikinig ngayon, hindi naman kayo gifted with writing skills. Some of us are having a difficult time expressing our thoughts and feelings into words. So ano pwede mo gawin? You can now use those pictures to represent your personality or to showcase yung inyong skills. Example, look at the one on the left, yung nasa baba. Ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, ophthalmologist, optometrist, or eye expert. Yung nasa kanan, yung nasa taas, ano kaya siya? Sabi ni iba, sir, para siyang admin or clerical work. Or maybe makalat kasi tingnan mo yung lamesa ang kalat-kalat. O, di ba? Again, it depends on the interpretation of the person looking at it. This is an example of someone into HR or maybe into psychology. And this one is an example, it's a very good example by the way, of someone who wanted to say that there is no shortcut to success. Hindi po yan miyembro na Akit Bahay Gang. Okay? Ang gusto niya sabihin, you will be able to reach yung goal mo by taking one step at a time. Oh, di ba? You get what I'm saying now. So I'm showing you good examples para you can draw inspiration from. And I will also show you not so good examples. Ito yung wag niyong gagayahin. Huwag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Okay? Maglagay ka ng picture mo dyan. Lalaki man, babae in between, okay lang. Ilagay mo dyan. Member man tayo ng LGBTQ+, okay lang. You put it there. At least alam ng HR who to expect. A lot of times, yung mga pangalan kasi very interchangeable nowadays. Ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think, babae ako. Di ba? Pag iba nababasa kong mga resume, ano nakalagay sa resume nila? Chris. Nakalagay George, Alex, Sam, Nick. O, diba? Joey. I would assume lalaki. Yun pala, babae. O, diba? So that's why you better make sure you put your picture there. And wag naman pugot yung ulo nyo pag nilagay ng picture. Dapat kompleto. Okay? Never leave this blank because if you leave this blank, it will not catch the HR's attention. Trust me. Kung ikaw ang HR, wala ka namang ibang makita dyan, malamang mangyayari dito, next applicant na. Okay? And then if you want to catch the HR's attention, do not create something like this. This is just my opinion. I don't think this looks professional kasi ang dating parang tamad, parang happy-go-lucky, no? Parang chill-chill, walang pakialam sa buhay. Again, that is just my interpretation. Okay? So I showed you the good and not so good examples para you'll be guided. Now, you can just play along later on kung anong sa tingin nyo mas bagay sa inyong background or sa inyong sa gusto niyo ipakita sa personality niyo. Okay? Now, let's examine a very good example. Look at this person, itong eye expert. Bakit maganda itong example ng kanyang resume link? Because all the information you're seeing here, kompleto na. Diba? Hindi ka na magpabalik-balik eh. Kung ikaw yung HR, everything that you need to ask or you want to know about the applicant, you already find it here. If you're the applicant, you might as well put everything there para wag mo na antayin pa yung time na hihingiin pa sa'yo ng HR yung mga documents yan. Baka hindi na mangyari yun. Baka may ibang aplikante na mas assertive, nilagay lahat ng mga information na i-process na siya kaagad. Diba? Now, at this point, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, sir, okay nga tong resume link. Kaso lang, baka naman yung information ko nakakalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman nakalantad na sa buong internet. Ang sagot ay, hindi. Kaya nga tinawag na the most secure tool for your job application. Diba? Bakit? Because you control your privacy settings. Ikaw mismo as an account user or as a ResumeLink owner, ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo. And how will that happen? When you log into your dashboard, as you can see in my screen, when you log into your dashboard, you will find the ResumeLink settings. Pagpunta mo sa settings, mapuntahan mo yung privacy settings at dun ka mamili ngayon ng information you want to show or hide in public. So let me use an example. If you don't want to show your birthday, what do? You turn it off. You don't want to show your references, you turn it off. You don't want to show your address, what do? Turn it off. Diba? So yung mga information na in-off mo, hindi lalabas sa public. Now, if ever lang you decide to change your mind, ang maganda dito sa ResumeLink, updated yan, real time. As in real time. So 5 minutes later, you want to show your birthday, turn it on. What happens? Lahat ng mayroong alam ng ResumeLink mo, alam na niya yung birthday mo. Diba? If 2 days later, you want to show your address, you turn it on, you save your profile, lahat ng may alam ng ResumeLink mo, alam na rin yung inyong address. You get what I'm saying? Diba? So, depende na sa inyo kung ano gusto mo i-on or i-off. If you want to turn off everything, then okay lang. You can just turn off the button. Enable public ResumeLink, off. Wala nang lalabas sa public. Kahit na anong information. Okay? So, yan ang re-remind ko sa inyo. This, the second step is for you to complete the information. And in doing so, please make sure that your profile is interesting, diba? Yung information mo kompleto at updated ang details nyo para mabilis kayo makontak ng mga HR. Now, we go to the last step. Pangatlo na, last step na to. The last step is for you to submit. Now, how will you submit your resume link to those companies? You might be thinking you want to explore opportunities outside of the Philippines. Maybe you want to join some job fairs later on. You want to apply online. You want to, marami, walk-ins, diba? Depende kung ano kasi bumabalik na yung face-to-face ngayon. So, lahat ng mga ipapakita ko sa inyo, lahat ito, practical application. Lahat yan, makaka-relate kayo. Ano yung first one? The first one is you go online. Of course. Diba? Yan ang fastest way. You just connect via your phone, via kung ano man gadget mo, go to jobs.at.com, search for companies. And by the way, speaking of search, you can only search for company, tatlo lang pwede mo i-search ha. Search for company name, position title, and location. Doon sa search bar, hindi mo pwede ma-search ang resume link. So example lang, ikaw si John Santos, okay? Okay, ikaw si, ako na lang, Kim, halimbawa lang, subukan mo pumunta sa jobs.at.com, doon sa search bar, type mo doon Kim. Tingnan mo kung may lumabas. Malamang sa malamang, walang lalabas. Unless may company name, position title, or location na may word na Kim. Other than that, walang lalabas dyan. Kasi hindi siya searchable. So, the only time a company would be able to know your information is if and when you give your exact resume link to that company. So, ikaw may control. Ayos? So, tuloy natin. Okay, tuloy natin. So, if you're going to search for companies, what do? Just go to the website of jobs.at.com, search for companies. Kung may lumabas, edi meron. Pag walang lumabas, edi wala. Diba? Ganun lang yan. Huwag natin pilitin magkaroon ng something kung wala talaga. Diba? Okay, so ano gagawin? Tingnan mo yung mga companies. Kung meron kang type, edi gawin nyo, check nyo yung opportunities. After that, you now submit your information to that company. Okay, when you submit your information to the company, it will ask for your profile, for your resume link and password. So ikaw lang magbibigay ng consent dun sa company. Okay? Now another option is for you to send resumes via email. Now there's nothing wrong in sending resumes through email. Ang tanong dito is how are you sending your resumes through email? Do you do it like this? Do you say, "Dear HR manager, I'd like to apply for the following position. This is my resume." Tapos mag-attach ka ng Word file, PDF file, or whatever file you have. If you're doing those attachments pa, ang tawag dyan, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Hindi ko sinabing mali. Ang sabi ko lang, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Bakit? Hindi mo kailangan mag-attach anything anymore. If you're going to write an email and send your resume, just simply type your resume link there. "Dear HR manager, I would like to apply for the following position. This is my resume." In this example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz, jobs.at.com, send. Tapos na. Ganun lang kabilis. Diba? Whatever changes you need to do, you put it inside your resume link. You don't have to keep on sending another attachment. Paano kung imagine mo na lang, nag-attach ka ng Word file. Diba? Ng PDF file. Tapos nagpalit ka ng address, nagpalit ka ng phone number. Ano gagawin mo? Email mo na may HR. "Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated resume." Ganun ba? Paano kung 2 months later, lumipat ka ng bahay, iba na address mo, send ka ulit ng bagong resume? "Dear HR manager, I'm sending you my updated, most recent resume." I don't think you'll do that. Kasi kung ganun ang ginagawa mo, sayang sa oras yan, nakakapagod sa part mo, lalong-lalo naman sa part ng HR, mas nakakapagod to keep track kung saan dyan yung pinaka-updated na attachment or pinaka-updated na resume ng aplikante. And this time around, if you have your resume link, all you need to do is just update your resume link at lahat na may alam ng resume link mo, makikita nila yung pinaka real-time update ng profile or information. Ayos ba? Ayos ba? Sige, another one. For those who wanted to use a hard copy, gusto mo talaga may hard copy ka when you apply to those companies, you want to give something, then this is also possible. What do? You go to your dashboard inside your job seeker account, then you can print your resume link. Mamili ka lang, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, the system will try to compress everything into 1 page. O, di ba? Maginhawa sa buhay. So, kung gusto mo talaga mag-apply sa mga kumpanya, hindi mo na kailangan mag-prepare ng maraming mga pages. Minsan, di ba, yung mga aplikante, mga 2-3 pages ang isang set ng resume. Palibasa, yung font size 45. Kaya umaabot ng 2-3 pages. O, di ba? Pero this time, the system will try to compress everything na into 1 page. Just in case you really want to have a hard copy. O, di ba? Tipid. Okay? Another thing pa for me to encourage you to do is you use ResumeLink cards. ResumeLink cards. Ano tong ResumeLink card? Kung sa mga nagtatrabaho na, ang tawag namin business card. Sa mga nag-a-apply, tawag dyan, ResumeLink card. So in one piece of paper, whether short bond or long bond paper, you can now design it your own way. You can design it depende kung ano ang gusto mo. Pagiging creativity mo, ikaw bahala. You can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Depende sa laki or liit. Diba? Kasi laki ng index card or kasi liit lang ng mga normal business cards natin. Diba? So, depende. So, maybe in one long bond paper, you can make 10, 20 sets of cards na. And so, after you have it printed out, pwede ka na ngayon maggupit-gupit. Gupit-gupit na lang. Diba? 10 or 20, bawat kumpanya, you can now start to give that as a hard copy. Hard copy pa rin naman yan eh. But this time, why am I encouraging you to use ResumeLink cards instead of the traditional long bond or short bond paper? Bakit? Una-una, tipid. Diba? Because of course, right now, eto, tipid. Kasi if you're going to apply to 20 companies, you don't need to print 20 sets of long bond papers. You just need to print one long bond paper and cut 20 small pieces of ResumeLink cards. O, diba? That's for the cost side. Tipid na. Pangalawa, at mas importante, security of information. Diba? You want to have peace of mind. Paano ko nasabi yan? Kapag ikaw yung nagbigay sa isang kumpanya ng long bond paper or short bond paper, example lang, no? It's a traditional resume. And for some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Okay? Nilipad ng hangin. Hindi mo kasalanan. Kasalanan ng hangin eh. Diba? May nakapulot na stranger. All your information, alam na nung stranger. Tama? And you cannot deny it because you know what I'm saying is true. Diba? Hindi mo kilala pero alam niya yung details mo. Now, using your ResumeLink card, same scenario. Nagbigay ka ng ResumeLink card sa company, nilipad ng hangin ngayon. May na stranger na nakapulot, okay lang. Bakit? Kampante ka. Kasi yung ResumeLink, ikaw may control ng privacy settings mo. That's why, in your ResumeLink card, what I recommend, you just simply put your name and your ResumeLink. Dalawa lang. That's it. If you want to put your mobile number, it's okay. It's up to you. You can put it there. Diba? Pero ang point ko is, ResumeLink, pwede na siya makita ng mga HR or mga companies na bibigyan mo. Diba? So you have peace of mind now. Okay? So there's a lot of advantages using ResumeLinks. In fact, doon pa lang sa privacy portion, panalong-panalo ka na. Ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo real time. Pagdating sa speed of hire, it becomes faster and more efficient because whatever you want to show the HR, you just attach it there. Whatever the HR needs from you, they just ask from you. Diba? You take a picture, you scan them, upload it there, and later on, pag okay na, you now turn off yung privacy settings mo. Diba? Or you can remove them in the attachments. Diba? Cost efficient, definitely wala tong gastos, tipid. Diba? If you're thinking, ay sir, paano po yung internet? Kailangan ng pang-load. Pwede ka maging resourceful. Connect lang tayo sa mga libreng wifi. O, diba? And then, pagdating sa flexibility, if you really want to have it printed out, yung inyong resume, you also have the option to print it out. That's like how I showed it to you, 1 column or 2 column version. Either way, it's really up to you. Pero ang point ko is, ResumeLink na lahat yan. Okay? And you can use this to any platform, whatever platform you want to share it to. You want to share it sa mga messenger nyo, you want to share it sa email, sa Viber, sa text, di ba? Gusto mo, kaya ko bahala. Di ba? Gusto mo, sulat mo sa papel, tapos gawa ka ng airplane, palipad mo, di ba? May nakakuha, alam niya yung ResumeLink mo. Ikaw bahala. Okay? Ikaw may control kung sino ang gusto mo bigyan. Okay? You don't have to use your USBs anymore. You don't have to save it sa hard drive. Baka mawala pa yung USB nyo. Delikado. Diba? Wag na. Baka kung ano pa makita ng mga nakakapulot ng mga USB na yan. Okay? So you don't need to worry about compatibility as well because this is compatible to any platform. If you're using Android, you're using Safari, kung ano magamit mo, pwede yan sa kahit anong version. Okay? And so, just to promote lang, if you want to be part of our team, we're also hiring. Mismo sa jobs180.com, we're hiring for several opportunities, several vacancies yan. Check out na lang yung aming jobs180.com/jobs180 na page. Okay? And by the grace of God, shout out lang ako, Right now, we have more than 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide, from north all the way to the south of the Philippines. Thank you, Lord. O, diba? Ang kinalat namin, hindi lang virus. Biro lang. Kinalat namin ResumeLink. Yan ang kinalat natin. So, a lot of schools now, including your alma mater, are now using the ResumeLink. So, I hope it doesn't stop here. No? You become a blessing to others as well. If you have friends, you have yung mga relatives mo na sa tingin mo kailangan nitong tool na ito, you can share it to them. Wala namang bayad eh. Libre naman yan. Okay? And so, as we close this portion, I'd like to discuss some of the frequently asked questions. Baka ito yung mga agam nyo or ito yung mga questions na gusto nyo tanungin. Sagutin ko na muna. Okay? Unang tanong, can I give my resume links to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. Basta alam nila eksaktong link mo at ikaw may control, sino bibigyan mo nun? Ikaw lang ang magbibigay, diba? So ikaw lang may alam sino binigyan mo. Okay? Now, second question, is it the same as other job platform kagaya ng JobStreet, LinkedIn, or any other job site? The answer is no. May dalawang pagkakaiba. And let me use an example here. Let me do a shout out to JobStreet, no? Because I think you guys know what JobStreet is. So, shout out lang to them sa mga nasa JobStreet. If you're using JobStreet na resume, you can only apply to companies who are using JobStreet. If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet resume anymore. Pero pag gamit mo yung resume link mo, pwede mo yung gamitin kahit na saan, kahit na kanino, kahit na anong platform. Diba? Basta alam ng HR yung eksaktong link mo at ikaw magbibigay nun. That's the first difference. Second difference, if you have already submitted your JobStreet resume to an HR, you cannot change anything anymore. Well, you can on your end, but it will not be reflected on the HR. Hindi siya magiging real-time update. Comparing it to resume link ni Jobs 180, you can update it real-time. 2 days later, 5 minutes later, 6 weeks later, ikaw bahala. Anytime nag-update ka ng information, lahat na in-update mo, dagdag bawas, will be reflected real-time across all na may alam ng resume link mo. Okay? So those are the two major differences. Now, pagdating sa pangatlong question, yan ang pinaka-simpleng tanong. Can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time na-convince ko na kayo na ito na ang pinaka-secured na job application platform. Okay? So, use your resume link. Number 4 question, I think is the most important question. How often should you update your resume link? The answer is every time. Every time na meron kang babaguhin. Okay? Every time na meron kang babaguhin. Lalong-lalo na yung contact details mo. Kasi imagine, binago mo lahat. Binago mo yung work experience mo, nagkaroon ng awards, nagkaroon ng achievement, hindi ka naman makontak ng HR. Wala rin, di ba? Sayang din. That's why you have to update yung contact details niyo. Okay? And the last question is just a trivia. Trivia lang, palaisipan. Why is this called jobs180.com? This is called jobs180.com because we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. And in case you're wondering, no, you wanted to raise a concern, bakit hindi po 360? Kasi pag 360 degrees, you only go back to where you started. Ikot ka lang na ikot, wala kang pupuntahan. 'Di ba? Bumabalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. Oh, ha? O, di ba? Char-char lang yan. Okay? So, anyways, again, kung meron pa kayo ibang questions, just in case you have questions, okay, you may send those questions here through our website, www.jobs180.com. You can also email us or email me here sa info@jobs180.com. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, pati na rin sa TikTok. Okay? So, check us out on all our social media platform. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chua. Don't forget the wa. Okay? Isang magandang araw po sa inyo lahat. Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much, Sir Kim, for discussing about ResumeLink. So again, good morning to the Consolacion College, Manila. Ayan, so we are now opening the floor for questions. So if you have questions regarding the topic and ResumeLink, or may question kayo for Sir Kim, ayan, so let us know. Post your questions in the comment section. So ayan, before we proceed with the Q&A, shout out lang Sir Kim kay Sir Mark Gutierrez. And sabi niya, took this webinar way back 2021 at Aurelian University. Very helpful and strongly recommend Jobs 180. Wow. Thank you so much, Sir Mark. Ayan. So while waiting for questions, Sir Kim, I'll be asking question na po muna. Ako na po muna ang mauuna. Ayan. Baka nahihiya pa ang ating audience. So first question, Sir Kim, is what are the key elements that make a resume effective in capturing the attention of employers? Ay, sorry sir. Parang wala ka sound.
Ayan. Ayos na yung sound ko.
Ayan.
Oh,
Yan.
hindi ko
Meron
lang
na, sir.
na-click ulit yung mute. Oh, sa unmute ko na.
Okay.
So, para sa akin, if I'm going to base it here sa resume link, the key factors, number one, is yung cover photo mo because you have to be able to catch the HR's attention. Yan yung unang-una. No? You're able to express yourself in a short description. A picture paints 1,000 words. No? Some would put it that way. So, importante talaga may attraction muna eh. Yan yun eh. Kasi pag walang attraction, I think you'll just be the next applicant, next applicant, next applicant. So, importante yun. Now, pag nahuli mo attention, the next thing that you list down there are the key skills that you have. Because companies hire you not because of your course. Eh. They hire you because of your skills. The course could be a factor, a very big factor, pero it's the skills that they'll be looking for. So, whether it's your actual experience or relevant experience to that skill that the company is looking for, I think is what will matter. No, dyan yun. Now, the last item is be truthful with the information. Yung facts lang, yung totoo, wag mag-invento. Kasi you want to catch the attention, okay yan. Inayos mo, pinaganda mo. Tapos yung pagdating dun sa mga skills mo, inimbento mo rin, pinaganda mo rin. Diba? So, pag pinaganda mo, inimbento mo yan, yari. Diba? Later on, when you get hired, and the company eventually finds out that you don't have those skills because you just simply fabricated those details, malalagot ka. You'll be expelled from work. Buti kung ganun lang, baka makasuhan ka pa for criminal charges pa. Wag na lang, di ba? Wag mag-invento. So yun, para sa akin, yun yung importante.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Kim. And again, remember guys, this HR or this employers have their way para malaman kung totoo ba yung mga pinaglalagay or pinagsasabi natin sa ating resumes. And so thank you so much, Sir Kim, for answering. So we have question po from LCCM from Ms. Jillian Zipagan. Question, good morning, sir. Do the design, parang dalawang question na, sir. First, do the design and layout of your resume really matter? Or could make you stand out from the rest of applicants? Number two, in your discussion about the possibility of having the same account name in the resume link, thus the website will notify you if your account name is already taken.
Okay, sige. So let's go through one by one. The first question muna, will the design and layout matter? I think what is pleasing to the eye will eventually translate to the personality of the applicant. Diba? Yung parang, if I'm the HR, speaking as an experience lang, when I see something na blanco, most likely this is a reflection of the applicant, parang not taking her time or his time seriously in preparing. Diba? Parang, kumbaga sa para lang may masubmit, may magawa lang, bigay mo na yan. Parang ganun eh, hindi man lang pinag-isipan, hindi man lang siya pinaghandaan. So, will that really matter? Hindi naman siya sa design eh. Kung may laman. Ayan yung importante dyan. Could make it used to stand out among the rest of the applicants? Yes, design now will come in that scenario. Diba? Kasi may iba, mas magaling mag-express sa kung paano sila maka-attract na attention, then okay. Wag naman yung over-creative, like in my example. Kasi baka ma-misinterpret ka, diba, of doing those things. I hope na-answer ko yung first question, Ma'am Jillian. The second question naman there is having the same account. Diba? So if it's one and the same person, or it happens to be the same Jillian Zipagan. Halimbawa lang, may ibang Jillian Zipagan na unahan ka mag-register. Yung link na gusto mo kunin, halimbawa, is Jillian Z. Halimbawa lang, you want Jillian Z. And there's another person by the name of Jillian Zamora. Nagkataon lang Jillian Z din yung ginamit niya. Jillian Z at jobs.com. Then, naunahan ka niya eh. So, ano mangyayari? Magkakaroon na notification. I mean, not notification. Magkakaroon ka agad. Mafa-flag na siya that you cannot proceed using the same account. Using the same resume link. You have to use something else. You have to use maybe G Zipagan. O, baliktad na. Diba? Pwede mong gawin ganun. Yun na yun. So, I hope na-answer ko yung tanong mo. Tama?
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Kim. So, another question, Sir Kim, from Mr. Nico Viloria. Good morning po, Sir Kim. What to do if the applicants' seminars attended are all over the place because they have two very different things? So, ibig sabihin, halo yung laman ng kanyang, sir. Ayan,
Oo,
seminar.
possible yan. Possible naman yan because sa halimbawa lang, you took up IT, graphic designer ka. Diba? Tapos at the same time, culinary expert ka na rin kasi nag-HRM ka. So, what do? Do you create two separate resume links? Of course, you don't. Diba? Ang recommend ko is you put everything there in your resume link, highlighting na lang the skills that you're applying for doon sa specific position na yun para lang mas makita. So, chances are you will have really like so many seminars, so many certificates, 'di ba? Showing yung variation mo, yung dalawa, 'di ba? Yung two extremes, no, na magkaibang field. Okay lang. I think wala namang issue doon. 'Di ba? As long as it's factual, it's real, then it's okay. Yan.
Yeah.
Kung ako mag-hire ako ng chef tapos magaling pa sa graphic design, o di bakit hindi, 'di ba? Baka artistic tong chef na to. O di ba, kung baliktad naman, 'di ba? Ako mag-hire ako ng graphic designer, o tapos mamaya alam ko may cooking background pala to, may culinary expertise din pala to. O di ba? It's a plus. O di ba? So, I think you just put everything there. Wala naman kaso doon.
Correct. Diba? So, sayang din naman kasi experiences. So, instead
Oo,
kumuha
yeah.
ng ibang tao, pero make sure din na yung sahod para doon sa isang tao. Ay, justify Sir Kim. Kasi baka mamaya din,
Oo.
tinake for granted nung employer kasi nga, marami kang ano. So, ayan.
Hinar ka pala as a chef, tapos at the same time, no, pinapagawan ka nila ng mga graphic works, di ba? Ayan. Well,
Ayan.
for what it's worth, if you want to work for that company na ganun, if you're happy doing it, then I think money will not be an issue, di ba? Oo, so,
Correct, sir.
ayun.
Alright. Thank you for the questions po, Sir Nico and Miss Jillian. So if you have questions pa po regarding ResumeLink or for Sir Kim, yun, please huwag po kayong mahihimang magtanong. Let us know your questions, post them on the comment section. So another question, Sir Kim, is how can individuals or how or the job seekers can use their resume as a tool for networking and building professional connections?
Using ResumeLink
Yes,
to
sir.
build connections, okay. The design of ResumeLink is not primarily for that purpose. You don't need to be friends with the person so that the other person will see your profile. Diba? All you need to do lang is to give your consent. Basically, if you give your resume to whoever, a stranger, the HR, I call the HR stranger kasi don't know naman sino yung mag-interview sa'yo, halimbawa. So you just give your resume to that stranger, to that HR, then that stranger now will see your profile according to your privacy setting. Yan ang gusto ko i-emphasize dyan, according to your privacy setting. So kahit nilagay mo dyan lahat ng information mo, personal details mo, birth certificate mo, lahat na ng information mo, pag yan mga details na yan, hindi mo naman know in public, then that stranger, or kahit na hindi stranger, kahit close friend mo pa yan, will not see your information kasi you have all the right to protect your information. Ikaw mamimili. Okay? So, how does it help in building your network? You can share your link through whatever means, 'di ba? In your Facebook account, you have group chats, you have GC as we call it, 'di ba? May mga group community tayo. Meron tayo yung mga certain associations na involved with. You might be into photography clubs, 'di ba? Depende kung ano network ko alam, no, mahilig ka sa mga anime, 'di ba? And all this stuff. So, in your community, you can share your resume link. You can tell them, this is my profile, these are the portfolio, 'di ba? That's connected to your hobbies. You can in fact use it, 'di ba? Dati may kilala nga ako, ginamit niya yan sa cosplay. Yung resume link. Ginamit niya yan, nagko-cosplay siya. Diba? Tapos ginagamit niya yung mga portfolio, in-attach niya doon, tapos naglagay siya ng mga images, tapos yung profile niya na details niya, not so much like an applicant, pero how she was able to position it is a tool na limited yung information na kita sa kanya pag binigyan niya resume link. Ayun. So sa cosplay activity niya, yun. Sinasabi niya, check out my profile here. Ito yung resume link niya. That's it. Yung ginagawa niya.
Ayos.
Nakakuha
Hindi
siya
lang
ng
pala
booking.
sa job applications pwedeng gamitin sa resume.
Oo. May nakita
Kahit
ako, party organizer. 'Di ba? Uso ngayon bumabalik na naman yung syempre face-to-face activity, 'di ba? May kilala ko party organizer, event organizer siya. So meron siyang mga pang-debut, pang-kiddie parties, 'di ba? Lahat ng kung ano man. Ano ginawa niya? Meron siyang mga contacts, 'di ba? Halimbawa, you need a tattoo artist, yung mga glitter tattoo. Nilagay niya doon, face painting. Meron siyang cupcake building. Diba nilagay niya sa portfolio niya, ito yung mga things that you can explore. You just contact me. I'll be the one to reach out to these suppliers for you. I can cater balloons, I can cater to music, diba? Events, hosting, lahat. Nandoon siya. Diba? Pero yung ginamit lang niya pang share is yung resume link niya. Now again, I'm not trying to say that you use itong resume link for para lang hindi tayo ma-derail, no? Yung purpose talaga ng resume link primarily is to build your profile. Yan siya. Okay? You want to use it for job application. Most of the time, that's being used for job application. Okay? Most of the time. Na yan ang ginagamit. I would say 95% of the time, you use your resume for job application. Now, for other purposes, you can still use it according to to your convenience kung paano mo siya gagamitin. Flexibility mo na siya. O, di ba?
Mm-mm.
Ayun na. So, I hope na-answer yung tanong mo, Ma'am Joyce.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sir Kim. So, can also be used as parang online calling cards.
Oh,
Diba?
yeah,
Nakakanta
exactly.
lang,
Exactly.
diba? So, here's my resume link. Ayan. So, ayan. Thank you so much, Sir Kim. So, we have another question po from Miss Martha Sophia Martin. The question is it required to put your whole academic history on your resume?
Um, when you say like whole academic history, baka naman all the way till nursery pa yan. Nursery, kindergarten, tapos sa grade school, diba? High school. You may want to do that, walang limit. No? Just to answer it, technically speaking, walang limit naman kahit gaano kahaba pa eh. Gusto mo bawat taon ka nag-aral sa iba-ibang school, iba-ibang location, pwede mo ilagay, no? Transferee ka. Pero ang pinaka tingin ko lang naman normally that will be considered, no, yung mas madalas sa job application is yung college, yung recent. If you're still in high school, then kung ano yung pinaka recent mo, yung senior high school mo. Diba? If you're not in your senior high school, you're in junior high school, kung ano yung junior high school mo, you put it there. Diba? In case lang we have listeners here who are, dati tinanong yun isang estudyante sa akin, sabi niya, I'm a fourth year high school student. I'm about to take my grade 11 pa lang next year. Can I make my resume link? Ano ilalagay ko? Yan ang tanong niya sa akin. Sabi ko, di ilagay mo lang syempre hanggang high school mo lang. No? Yung kung ano yung high school mo right now. You don't invent your senior high school kasi wala ka pa sa senior high. Diba? Pero pag senior high ka na, lagay mo hanggang senior high. Kung meron ka ng college level, then you put until college level. Diba? And of course, later on, as you progress, you put what is the most updated. Okay? Pero it's really up to you, Ma'am Martha. Gusto mo all the way until grade school, until kinder, nursery, okay lang. Walang limit yan. Okay? Yun lang yun.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sir Kim. So, we hope Miss Martha and Sir Kim answered your question. Ayan. Another question, Sir Kim. Ayan. So, from Miss Ortiz, Shinzi. Ayan. Is it Shinzi? Is it advisable to include your resume link on your business card? Do these links have expiration dates, access controls, security codes, or confirmation requirements before granting access to your resume po?
Wait lang. Are you saying, Ma'am Shinzi, you're giving your resume link to another person, tapos i-require pa yung ikaw yung authority mo to share? That's how I understand this, no? Yung question mo. Diba? Do these links have expiration dates? Wala expiration date yung link. It's perpetual, it's yours. Access control, security codes, confirmation requirements. Let's just make it simple. Ito yung resume link. Kung hindi alam ang resume link mo, even if this is what you do now, Ma'am Shinzi, go to jobson80.com. This is what you do. Go to jobson80.com right now. May search bar doon. I-type mo doon Josephine. O shoutout ako kung sino man si Josephine. Shoutout mo doon Joyce. O yan, no? Meron MC si Joyce. Type mo doon Kim. Tingnan mo ano mangyayari doon sa search bar ni Jobson80. The only thing na may lalabas lang kung may company name, position title, or location na may ganung words. Okay? Pero it will not show the resume link of the person. So, I think the granting of access here is really from you. If you give it to an HR or you give it to another person, ikaw nagbigay ng link So, that person will already know. Pero yung, kahit alam niya link mo, limited pa rin siya sa privacy setting mo. Okay? Is it advisable to include your resume link on your business card? Yes, of course. Yes. Because you don't put the entire thing in your business card. I don't recommend you put your physical address. You don't put there your mga government IDs mo. Diba? You just put there your name, your position title, and then you put there your resume link. Yan. For other things, diba? Pwede.
Correct. Kasi Sir Kim, there are resume builders now na parang may expiration or may subscription kung gaano lang katagal yung resume.
Wala, atong resume link sayo to. This is yours for life. Kung may
For
forever,
security
ito may
codes.
forever.
Correct. Kaya, as for security codes or confirmation requirements naman yung granting access unless sila mismo yung maglo-login sa mismong account mo. Yun. Pero, wala.
Siyempre, you don't give your login access naman, di ba?
Yes,
Username
sir.
and password mo, ikaw lang may alam niyan. So, walang
correct.
ibang pwede mag-edit niyan, ikaw lang. Yung user mismo.
credentials. And thank you so much, Miss Shancy. Thank you so much, Sir Kim. Another question. Ayan, sir, ino lang tayo ng question. Kaya pa po
Oh,
ba? Habol pa ba? Isa
bilisan na lang
pa.
natin. Fast talk na lang
Ayan.
tayo. Sige, fast talk na lang
Right.
tayo.
From Miss Francine, sir, hello po. Is there any possibility po na pwedeng gamitin yung Jobs 180 para naman po sa mga companies na nag-accept ng OJT?
Definitely, the answer is yes. You can check for OJT, internship opportunities sa website natin. Kahit wala sa website ng Jobs 180, kung nakita mo na ina-apply mo pang OJT, nag-asa yun ng resume, bigay mo resume link mo. That's it. Pwede na. Okay? That's yes.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Sir Kim. So, I think no more questions from the audience. So, kahit taga-Mars pa yung company, pag may internet connection, pwede
Yes.
mag-apply as
Yes.
ano.
Pwede.
Ayan. So, thank you so much, Sir Kim. Sir, do you have final message to our...
Ako, last reminder ko na lang, check
yeah.
out the link that you're seeing that's being scrolled here. Go to schools, may ESA, schools.jobs180.com/LCCM para doon pwede kayo mag-create ng resume link nyo or mag-search na kayo ng mga companies for internship or full-time position. Diba? Pwede rin kayo pumunta sa website mismo ni jobs180.com. Check out opportunities. Okay? Yun lang po. By the way, shout out ako. Sabi, requirement daw ito, sabi ni Ma'am Tony. Requirement po itong resume link para po sa inyong job fair. So please create your resume link. Reminder na lang to the audience. Create one. Huwag niyo masamain kung ni-require kayo ng school. The school cares for you. Yan lang ang reason. They care about you, protecting your information. Kaya pagdating po ng job fair, please make sure meron na kayong resume link. Okay? See you soon sa job fair nyo.
Ayan. So, that's on March 8, 2024. Ayan. The job fair ni LCCM. So, thank you so much, Sir Kim, for discussing resume link. Sorry. And so, thank you, sir. May now go backstage. And so, if you have questions about resume link, you may visit our website. It's www.jobs180.com. Or if you have questions, you may send us a message sa aming Facebook page, or you may email us at info@jobs180.com. So, now let's move on to our next topic, which is power dressing. So, we have two speakers for this topic. So, our first speaker has been working in recruitment for more than 5 years, specializing in sales recruitment. He loves to travel and take great pictures during this free time. Another speaker works in recruitment, specializing sales and support recruitment. So we have Mr. John Clark Tapel, the recruitment analyst of Eastwest Ageas, and Ms. Joyce Ann Zamora, of recruitment analyst of Eastwest Ageas. Hi, Ms. Joyce, Sir John. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Magandang umaga.
Yan. Okay, so ma'am, sir, maybe now test your screen. You may now share your screen.
All right, sige, let me just share my screen. One moment.
Alright, so habang inaayos na Sir John and Miss Joyce ang kanilang screen, so we will be showing later po yung ating QR code for your attendance and evaluation. So, sir, your screen is up. So, if you're ready and leave it to it, I'll be back after your presentation for the Q&A. Good luck, Sir John and Miss Joyce.
Thank you, Joyce. Good morning, everyone. Magandang umaga. My name is Clark, and I will be joined by my colleague here, si Joyce Zamora, no, to talk to you about yung executive brand naman natin. So I believe majority ng mga audience natin dito are part of the Gen Z, and may mga ilan din siguro mga millennials. No? So part din po ako ng Gen Z, hindi lang po halata, yan, pero pasok pa tayo dyan sa Gen Z. By the way, itong talk na to really focuses on the proper dress attire in an interview or when you are working in a corporate setup. So at the end of this talk, magkakaroon tayo ng knowledge no, kung ano nga ba yung mga different corporate attires na pwede nating suotin during the interviews, during the meetings. No? So dito, magkakaroon tayo ng overall knowledge about the attires. Okay, but first, simulan muna natin siya with a quote. No? So it says here na, dressing well not only provides an avenue for creativity and individuality, but it also creates an avenue to feel your best. So in short, yung pananamit natin shows the best version of ourselves. So binibigyan tayo ng opportunity na maging the best sa pananamit natin. And I want you to remember, guys, no, yung 4 important key points no, when you are dressing. So yan yung 4 na purple na circles na makikita nyo dyan sa screen. So first that is we need to look good. So meaning kailangan well-presented tayo. So of course, beauty is subjective. It really differs yan per person. So ang main point of this is dapat presentable tayo sa tao. Okay? Next naman would be yung positive response. So syempre, we need to take into consideration yung magiging feedback din nung kakausapin natin or inimit nating person. So mamaya we come to an interview, na sobrang gustot yung damit, na para tayong hinahabol ng plancha, no? So that will not give us a positive response. Okay? Next naman would be yung feel good. So kailangan komportable rin tayo sa suot natin when we show the best versions of ourselves, no? Kasi sa pananamit natin, dito natin talaga nabibigay or nasi-show yung best versions natin. So dapat sa inner side naman, komportable rin tayo, no, sa damit natin. And of course, kailangan marunong din tayo mag-project, no? Kailangan madala natin yung damit natin with confidence. And of course, maganda rin dapat yung posture natin. Of course, syempre hindi naman natin gusto na hindi maganda yung posture natin when we dress properly. So, hindi rin natin nadala ng maayos yung pananamit natin. So, it doesn't matter naman kung galing yan sa ukay-ukay, sa TikTok shop, or whatnot. As long as presentable tayo at kaya nating dalhin yung damit natin. Okay? Alright, so ano nga ba yung mga kailangan nating i-consider, no, kapag nagde-dress tayo, especially during the interviews, during the meetings, ano yung mga kailangan nating i-consider? So, gusto kong matandaan nyo yung SHARP. So, as easy as SHARP, no? So, ito yung acronym niya. So, pwede siyang picturean, pwede nyong i-take down notes, no? So, you can recall easily. So, SHARP stands for Statements in Clothing, High in Details, Appropriate Hairstyle, Required Personal Hygiene, and Perfect Finish. So later on naman, iisa-isahin natin yan for better appreciation. But first, start muna tayo doon sa statements in clothing. So dito, makikita nyo yung traditional na business attire. No? For men, naka-coat yan, naka-pants, and then for women naman, blazers, partnered by skirts. Some naman are partnering it with with the pants. So, these are the traditional na business attires, no, yung mga nakikita natin usually. Pero meron din kasi tayong tinatawag na professional casual attire. So, ito naman, these are less formal, no, than the traditional business attire. So, here in Eastwest Ageas, so meron tayong tinatawag na dress for your day, no. Ibig sabihin, kapag may mga meetings tayo that requires to wear specific dress, specific clothing for that meeting, kailangan nakafit din yung atmosphere nun sa suot natin. So kung formal meeting siya, dyan papasok yung mga traditional business attires natin. But if there are days naman na you don't have any special meetings, just a regular day, pwede tayong magsuot ng mga professional casual attire. So it really depends, no, sa day mo rin as an employee. Okay? And meron din tayong apat na categories, no, sa professional casual attires natin. So, meron tayong smart casual downscale, smart casual upscale, business casual downscale, and business casual upscale. So, later on naman, i-differentiate natin kung ano yung pagkakaiba ng apat na yan. So, meron tayong categories dyan for men, meron din for women. Pero start muna tayo sa women. And Joyce here will show to you kung ano nga ba yung differentiation nung sa women's section.
So let's start to know the difference between the smart casual upscale and downscale. So meron palang tinatawag na ganito, no, so hindi lang yung lagi nating naririnig na casual attire, semi-formal or formal attire. So sa corporate industry or setting, ito pala yung mga tawag sa kanila. So most of us are very familiar with smart casual attire since it's become most standard ways to dress in today's workplace. So smart casual is about striking a balance between polished, professional look, but more relaxed and contemporary yung style niya. No? So it involves combining or matching our style with more casual items like well-fitted na jeans or yung mga stylish accessories to match our outfit. So this dress code allows for some individuality and creativity din while maintain pa din natin yung professional look while we're in very comfortable outfit. So we can see here in the presentation, in smart casual downscale, it's more relaxed looking than upscale. So in downscale kasi we can wear colorless na tops or blouses, yung mga stretchable or free na mga tops natin since very comfy siya isuot. Also, you can wear in bottoms cotton pants or jeans. Yan yung mga usual na pang-match natin dito, no? And in shoes, usually dull shoes naman or flat shoes since very comfy for the whole day na isuot and mabilis bagayan. So, alam na alam yan ng mga girls dyan, no, kapag mahirap hanapan ng anong ibabagay natin na shoes sa outfit natin. So, laging on the go ang flat shoes or yung mga sneakers din, no, na very simple or classic yung datingan. So, white sneakers usually yan yung on the go in any outfit. Okay, in upskill naman, ayan, ang difference lang niya, naka-ponytail na tayo dito, lalo na sa mga girls. So, hindi lang blower na hair or yung mga pinatchal na hair lang. No? So, dito, to make us more clean looking, dapat nakaayos yung hair natin. And blazer, of course, to make us professional din. And in bottoms, we can wear din yung cotton pants and jeans. But in shoes, dapat naka-heels na siya or sandals to really match yung upskill professional look. Okay, so here are some of the examples of casual upskill downskill na mga outfit. So yan, in downskill, very comfy or yung stretchable na tops. And in upskill, yung naka-blazer na, naka-heels, and slacks. And that.
Okay. And then for men naman, so for smart casual downscale, so short sleeve na shirt with collar. So yung mga nabibili natin sa TikTok shop, Uniqlo, no? So pwedeng-pwede natin gamitin yan as long as clean looking siya, hindi siya yung may mga statements, no? So pwede yan, pwedeng-pwede natin siyang gamitin. And then pwede natin siyang partneran ng chino pants. And dapat yung shirt natin hindi siya naka-tuck in, no? So dapat untuck siya. And then for chino pants naman, yan, nabibili rin natin yan sa mga clothing stores, no? So mga colored pants. So I think iba't iba yung kulay ng mga chino pants na pwede nating i-partner, no? So you have the freedom din naman, no, to choose the color of your chino pants. And then pwede natin siyang partneran ng leather shoes. So sa leather shoes naman, hindi rin tayo exclusive to only one color. So alam naman natin for leather shoes, meron tayong iba't ibang colors din. May black, may brown, may green, no? So it really depends on your preference. And at the same time, sa kulay din ng suot natin. So pwedeng-pwede natin siyang i-partner dyan. So ang major difference naman ng downskill na smart casual to an upskill is that meron tayong addition na sports jacket or suits or pwede rin yung mga blazers natin. So kung titignan natin, medyo mas formal siya ng konti to smart casual pero pasok pa rin siya sa smart casual. It's just that meron tayong inad lang na top, no, so that it can also have a differentiation between the downscale to upscale. And kung makikita nyo rin, naka-tuck in yung natin, yung shirt, no? So isa yan sa mga major difference natin. So again, for upscale, meron tayong isusuot na coat on top of our smart casual downscale na attire.
So for business casual attire naman, so meron din upskill and downskill. But in business casual, it tends to be more formal or conservative and more steady yung looking natin. So you often hear a dress code for big meetings now described as a business casual, particularly meetings with your bosses na. They still look business attire without being too bottom up. So you can see here in the presentation, no, ang difference niya lang in downscale is, yung downscale to upscale is mismatch yung color ng suit and pants nila. While in upscale, so dapat naka-match talaga yung blazer mo in your skirt or yung pants mo. No? And in upscale, naka-close din, fully closed bottom blazer. And closed shoes, syempre, naka-heels din tayo. So for more examples, here. So, in business casual downscale, so usually hindi naka-close yung bottom, yung blazer natin, mismatch yung suit and pants. And in casual upscale, so yan. So, dapat match na sila and naka-close yung blazer natin. Okay?
Alright, and then for men, business casual downscale naman. So, yung pwede nating isuot for this one is long sleeves, no? So, yun naman yung typical natin, long sleeves. Of course, with complementing necktie. So for guys, please remember this. Ito yung dapat nating tandaan for the necktie. So hindi siya dapat sobrang ikse, hindi din siya sobrang haba dapat. So ang tip ko sa inyo is that yung dulo ng necktie natin, if you can notice yung parang triangle sa pinakadulo ng necktie natin, dapat nasa middle siya nung belt natin. Okay, so remember that, nasa middle dapat yung triangle or yung pinakadulong tip nung necktie natin. And usually naman yung belt naman natin ilalagay siya just below the belly button. So sa baba siya ng pusod. So dapat naka-align yung necktie natin doon sa gitna ng belt natin. And at the same time, nasa center siya nung belt din natin. No? So yun yung ideal size for our necktie. So yun yung kailangan nating i-remember. So dapat hindi siya sobrang haba at hindi rin sobrang ikli. And then of course, pwede natin siyang partneran ng dress pants. So ito medyo kakaiba siya from the chino pants. Itong dress pants kasi mas formal siya compared to the chino pants, no? So usually itong dress pants very limited lang yung colors niyan compared to chino pants. And then of course, pwede natin siyang partneran din ng leather shoes. So again, the leather shoes naman, you have the freedom also to choose a color. Depende yan sa preference natin, and at the same time, yung color din na isusuot natin. Okay? And then for business casual upscale naman, so again, ang pinaka-major difference dito would be meron tayong suot na suit. Okay? So may suot tayong suit dito, and at the same time, yung sinuot din natin for the downscale, like yung necktie, yung long sleeves, yung dress pants, saka yung leather shoes. No? So yun yung pinaka-major difference nila. So dito, meron tayong suit. And please remember din guys, for the suit, hindi siya dapat sobrang sikip at hindi rin dapat sobrang luwag. So it should be the actual size doon sa body size nyo. Kasi mahalata yan, makikita yan na sobrang sikip. Pag sa sobrang luwag naman, makikita na laylay yung tela. No? So dapat yung coat natin or yung suits are actually the actual size for our body size. And these are also some of the examples then for better appreciation. So kung makikita nyo rin dito, for business casual downscale, ang kinaibahan naman dito is that pwede rin siyang walang necktie, no? Like in the second picture, naka-coat siya, pero walang necktie, no? So considered siya as business casual downscale kasi may missing, no, doon sa business casual upscale na attire natin, which is yung necktie. So pwede rin naman may necktie ka pero wala ka namang coat, no? So pasok yan sa casual downscale. And for upscale, again, if you noticed, somehow mas formal siya compared sa business casual downscale natin. So naka-coat, may necktie, yung long sleeves natin, naka-tuck in, tapos pants, and then yung leather shoes. Okay, so
So, syempre, in outfit, hindi mawawala yung accessories. No? So, let's go in the high details. Accessories play a crucial role in personalizing and elevating yung overall style natin. So, they can transform kasi yung basic outfit natin into something distinct by swapping accessories, or you can refresh the same outfit for various occasions. So, whether it's scarves or yung jewelries natin, belts, or even yung mga styles of pair of shoes natin. So these details contribute to expressing your individuality, adapting your look to different setting without constantly changing your wardrobe. Okay, in hair accessories, same hair color, no? Nothing tacky or loud or very ano ba yun, yung super color na hair. But it depends, no, on how you can present or showcase yourself in the workplace. In jewelry and other accessories, we can wear 3 to 4 accessories like yung usual natin na necklace for the girls, earrings, watch, and sa eyeglasses naman natin, no? So, dapat hindi siya nakasabit lang on our blouse or shirt. So, hindi natin siya gagawing headband or what. So, dapat suot din talaga natin siya. And of course, well-ironed and clean outfit are must. So, hindi naman natin gusto na masayang pinaghirapan natin na piliin na outfit for the day. So, hindi siya mabibigyan kasi ng hustisya kung super gusot or matumi din yung isusuot natin. So, we really need to make sure na ironed and clean yung outfit natin. So, flat pockets, syempre, to make us look good. Hindi kung ano-ano yung mga nakalagay sa bulsa natin, hindi kung yung cellphone, yung mga power banks, or kung ano man yung mga gamit na isisiksik natin sa mga pockets natin. So, dapat, maganda pa din tingnan, no? And wala tayong masyadong nakalagay in our pockets. So, in shoes, neatly polished and not worn out. So, hindi yung tipong kakasuot mo lang kahapon sa gala mo, no? And yung mga napuntahan mo, medyo maputik-putik pa. So, dapat hindi natin maisuot yan during or habang nasa work tayo. So, dapat a day before we use it, naka-ready na, nalinis na natin para very neat and smart yung pa rin yung tingnan natin. Okay?
Alright, so punta naman tayo sa appropriate hairstyle, no? So of course, yung buhok natin, crowning glory yan, even the men at saka ng women, no? So lahat yan talagang dapat alagaan talaga natin yung hair natin. So for our hair, first, hair must be away from the face. So of course, during the interviews or during the meetings, better na nakikita rin tayo ng maayos, no, ng kausap natin. So syempre kung nandyan yung buhok, nakaharang yung buhok, hindi tayo totally nakikita ng kausap natin. So meron parang barrier, no, between you tsaka yung kausap mo. So dapat as long as keep natin siya away from our face, sa men kung pwedeng naka-slick back yung buhok natin, for women naman kung pwedeng nakalugay siya pa palayo, no, sa face. So pwedeng-pwede naman yon. Next naman, it should be clean and dandruff-free. So for men, of course, maganda rin if you maintain a clean cut, no, for your hair. So dagdag points din kasi yan in elevating our looks. Nakakadagdag siya ng confidence, no, when we introduce ourselves during the interviews. And for women naman din, of course, yun, pwede tayong mag-ponytail, no? Pwede siyang nakalugay, pero yung nakasuklay naman ng maayos, no? So, yun yung mga kailangan natin i-consider, no? When we are presenting ourselves, especially sa buhok natin. And of course, dapat dandruff-free siya. So, I know some of us, no, may mga nagsistruggle talaga sa dandruff. Especially ganitong panahon, very prominent yun, mga malamig, nagdadry yung scalp natin. So, may mga products tayo in the market, no, that you can also use, no? So, isa siguro sa marirecommend ko dito, based on my experience, would be yung Selsun Blue, if you are familiar, no? So, medyo pricey lang siya, although may mga sachet na nabibili nun, pero it's really effective. So, pwede nyo siyang itry. Meron yan sa mga local drugstores natin. Okay? Next naman would be natural looking color. So, of course, dapat yung color ng buhok talaga natin, it should be the color then na pagka pumunta tayo ng interviews or ng meetings, no? So, kung black siya, it should stay black. Kung brown naman, it should stay brown, no? So, of course, ang gusto natin would be yung focus na sa atin, hindi na sa buhok natin, di ba? So, yung buhok na yan, additional, parang additional package siya sa atin, no? When we introduce ourselves. So, of course, dapat nasa atin pa rin yung attention, no? So, better to keep it on the natural looking color. Okay? And lastly, dapat hindi oily yung hair natin kasi mapapansin din yan eh. So, very reflective yan kapag oily yung buhok natin. So, if you're struggling struggling ka sa oily na buhok, so may mga products din tayo in the market that you can use, no, to prevent having an oily hair. Right? And then, alright, so next naman would be yung required na personal hygiene natin, no? So for this one, kailangan healthy looking yung nails natin. So of course, we need to take care of our nails then. So there are also products then in the market that you can use to maintain your healthy looking nails.
Okay. So we have here a quote now from Mark Jacobs. To me, beauty and makeup and color is like finishing touch on everything. So why is it important the way we dress in workplace? So of course, our appearance often serves as a visual representation of your professionalism and influence how others perceive you and your organization. So whether in formal business setting man yan or a more casual environment, presenting yourself in a neat and put together manner reflects yung sense of discipline and respect for the work you do. So it can be contribute significantly to creating a positive impression and fostering a professional atmosphere.
Ayan. And then of course, balik lang din tayo dito, no, sa required personal hygiene natin. So of course, isa rin sa mga kailangan natin i-consider would be yung well-groomed facial hair natin. So I think this is very applicable to men. So dito naman, we can have our facial hairs, no, if you want to, as long as malinis siya and also well-trimmed. No? So yun naman din, kung gusto natin magkaroon ng facial hair, no, so pwede naman siya as long as matitrim natin siya and at the same time malinis siyang tignan, no? So next naman would be yung clean mouth. So of course, pag sinabing clean mouth, hindi lang siya malinis sa paningin but also sa pang-amoy din. So let's maintain a clean mouth, most especially sa mga face-to-face interviews or meetings natin. Okay? And next would be including a bath, no, and also shave and also use of deodorant. So of course, dito sa Pilipinas, sobrang init, no? So very basic yan na kailangan nating maligo, part siya ng hygiene natin. Of course, use of a deodorant, no? So for men naman, if you are not maintaining a facial hair, so better to keep it shaved or for a cleaner look then, no, overall look siya. And then lastly, yung face natin must be clean and not oily. So again, if you are struggling for an oily skin, there are products, no, in the market that we can use for this one. And one recommendation would be yung oil-absorbing sheets natin. So I don't know if narinig niyo na siya. So meron tayong ganyan din sa mga local drugstores natin. Okay? Alright, so that's actually the end of our presentation. So I hope meron kayong nakuhang lesson or knowledge na about our presentation. But before we end, so I just want you to follow or click this link, no? So jobs180.com/iwas, so you can also see our company profile and at the same time, may mga career opportunities na meron tayo here in Eastwest Ageas. Alright. Thank you so much.
All right, so thank you so much, Sir John and Miss Joyce, for discussing about power dressing for interview, especially for our first-time job seekers. Ayan. So, to LCCM, we are now opening the floor for questions. So, if we have questions regarding the topic or you have questions po for Sir John and Sir Clark and Miss Joyce, you may now post your questions on the comment section. Yan, huwag po kayo may magtanong. This is your chance to ask. Sayang naman yung mga in-invite nating speakers kung hindi kayong mag-ask ng questions. Lalo na meron kayong parating na job fair sa March 8. Ayan. So, lahat ng question. Malay nyo, merong on-the-spot job interview sa mismong job fair. So, ngayon pa lang, mag-ready na tayo. Okay? So while waiting for questions po, ako na po muna ang mag-ask ng questions, Sir Clark and Miss Joyce. Apologies. Listen up. First question po ay for siguro, anyone po can answer ha. First question is, what are the key elements of power dressing that first-time job seekers should consider when selecting their interview attire?
Okay. Sige, so I'll start, Joyce. No? So, I think one of the most important thing na kailangan natin consider when we dress no, is that yung appropriateness ng dress natin during that interview. Especially, we need to do a research first. No? Kailangan mag-research muna tayo doon sa corporate setting na ina-applyan natin, ano nga ba yung nature ng business na yon. Very important yung power ng research. No? So, when we do our research, that's the time that we can kumbaga plan for our attire na, no? So kung nakita natin that it is a very formal corporate setting, so let's proceed doon sa professional business attires natin. So it really depends doon sa corporate setup na i-apply natin. But of course, siguro another tip na lang din sa mga fresh graduates natin or yung mga mag-a-apply ng jobs, no? So in dressing, yung sa color naman natin, make it not too bright and also not too dark. Kasi hindi siya, of course, hindi siya pleasing no, when we see the colors, sobrang liwanag, sobrang dark nung color nung attire natin. So, you can mix and match no, yung mga colors as long as well-balanced siya and at the same time, it shows your personality. No? So, that can also elevate your confidence when you are presenting yourself during the interview. No? So, maganda na nakitaan natin ng personality rin yung tao when kapag nagde-dress siya. No? So, that's also as conversation starter no, during the interviews as well.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Clark. Sir Clark, how about po if it's an online interview? How will you match like the dress and the background?
Yes, actually kapag mga online interview, no, so we usually turn on our camera. So top lang din yung usual na makikita sa atin. So we make sure din na kahit face lang or yung top lang nakikita natin. So we need to make sure na kahit yung bottom natin naka-prepare pa din siya, no, and appropriate pa din during the interview. So, yun, we need to make sure na very appropriate yung look natin during the interview kahit online siya or hindi siya face-to-face.
All right. Thank you so much for answering, Ms. Joy. So, we have a question here from Mr. Nico Veloria. Ayan. So, good morning po, Sir John. For male applicants, what is the best placement for a handkerchief for applicants with clammy hands?
Clammy hands, okay.
Okay.
So, I think I can also relate to that, no? Kasi ako din, I have clammy hands, no? So I think yung pinaka-best placement for a handkerchief would be sa pocket. No? So ang ano naman natin dito is that we maintain na flat yung pockets natin. So if there are, kumbaga, if there are chances talaga na hindi maiwasan na sobrang basa ng kamay and then talagang pinagpapawisan, no? So meron tayong naka-ready agad na handkerchief. So hindi naman tayo pwedeng hindi naman tayo exclusive lang na hindi maglagay ng laman no doon sa pockets natin. Pwede tayong maglagay as long as flat naman siya. So my best advice would be sa pockets natin.
All right. Thank you so much po. Another question po from Ms. Jillian Zipagan. Good morning, sir, ma'am. In lieu of the hot weather, what tips can you recommend the applicants on the type of clothing to wear before the interview?
So usually, no, in interviews, we wear blazers, usually sa mga girls and boys. So before the interview, make sure na wag muna natin isuot no, para we are fresh pa din before the interview. Just to to have a preparation then before you face to the interviewer. So para fresh pa din tayo kahit medyo mainit no sa Philippines, so dapat yung color ng mga pangloob natin white or yung mga light color para hindi siya ganun kainit din.
Mm-mm.
And yun, during the interview, tsaka natin suot yung blazer natin para maganda na siya, presentable na tayong tingnan.
And also to add din no, doon sa clothing, so especially dito nga sa Philippines, sobrang init. No? So siguro one recommendation that I can give is that wear a light color. Kasi pag dark color, especially yung mga black, it absorbs yung heat eh. Ina-absorb niya yung heat and then nagko-contribute din siya dun sa heat ng katawan natin. So better to wear light colors na mga damit, pwedeng polo shirt or shirt, no. Siguro t-shirt, iwasan lang natin yung t-shirt kasi especially if you are going to the building, makikita tayo ng mga receptionist, no. So better pa rin na appropriate pa rin yung suot natin, no. So best advice would be polo shirt or shirt.
Yes, wag lang yung mga may undesign lazy
Yes, tsaka yung mga
mentality.
statements, iwasan natin yung
Yung mga statement shirt.
As long
Yes, sir.
plain, better na yung plain.
All right. Thank you po. Thank you. So, another question from Miss Shinzi Ortiz. Which kind of fabric are appropriate for business, casual, or interview attire?
Ayan. So, I can answer this. So, yung pinaka-best talaga na fabric would be cotton. Kasi yung cotton, it's very comfortable. And at the same time, soft kasi siya when you touch it. No? So, malambot siya and at the same time, that gives additional comfort din dun sa nagsusuot. So, best to look for the products or yung mga clothing na cotton yung fabric niya. So, avoid natin yung mga linen. I think wala naman din mga linen. No? Pero kung may mga linen, avoid that. Yung pinaka-the best talaga would be cotton.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Clark, for answering that one. So, hindi siya question. So, sabi niya, thank you. Sabi ni Ms. Tony, thank you, Sir Clark and Ms. Joyce, for the detailed presentation on the proper attire and appearance for a job interview. I love that small but important aspects like nails, teeth, hair, grooming were tackled, and you didn't only focus on the common topic like clothing. I also appreciate the tips for both sexes were introduced. Thank you po. Ayan. So, if you still have questions, guys, please post your questions in the comment section habang nandito pa po yung ating mga speakers. So, please, huwag po kayong mahiyang magtanong. May isa pa po tayong speaker. So, another question po while waiting, Ms. Joyce and Sir Clark. How can first-time job seekers ensure that their interview attire reflects their respect po for the company and the position they are applying for?
Mm-hmm. Okay, sige. So I can also answer that na. So for me, the best talaga would be being presentable, no? Kasi that can also show how respectable you are doon sa company na ina-apply natin. Kasi kung pinakita natin that we are presentable, maayos tayo, no? Well prepared din tayo during the interview, very important 'yan. That can also gain respect, no, doon sa kakausapin nating HR or interviewer, no? Kasi nakita nila that we really prepared and really kumbaga anticipated yung event na yon. Kasi especially yung mga interviews na yan, this is also one thing that I also said to my applicants or mga candidates, no, that interview pa rin siya despite na virtual siya, ginawa natin siya sa bahay natin, this is still an interview, no? So we need to dress properly during the interview kasi that would reflect yung preparedness mo and at the same time yung interest mo din sa organization to join, no? So very particular tayo din diyan sa mga attire natin, especially kung nasa front lines tayo, customer facing, mga sales, customer service, no? So very particular tayo in clothing. So isa yon yung clothing natin and at the same time yung preparedness natin during the interview.
Yeah, additional on that, no, to add up on lang sa nasabi ni Clark, so best talaga to research on the organization ng company and the type of work that you intend to apply. To know ano ba yung mga culture nila, so we know ano ba yung color na mga sinusunod nila. So we can also have that as a preparation kung ano ba yung outfit or color na isusuot natin. So it can add up then on the points now during the interview because they know yung interviewer, malaman nila na nag-research to and they prepare on the interview talaga.
Alright. Parang kasi, di ba po, parang pansin ko lang, parang with each or different generations parang may certain type of clothing kasi ganun. Or baka with this generation baka sabihin, ay, let's go for aesthetic, ayan, aesthetic na na
Mm.
type of clothing. So ganun. So baka hindi na nila masunod kung ano yung talagang standard or nakaset na attire for the company or for the interview. So question po is may times po ba, there are times po ba na hindi pumapasa yung interviewee because of their attire?
Sige, I can answer that, 'no. So, there are times din, na may mga candidates na gano'n, 'no. Kasi, that really reflects kasi on how they prepared for an interview. So, kung sa interview pa lang nakita natin that they are not prepared, how are they going to be prepared then when they are in the actual job itself, 'no. So, mas maganda that sa interview pa lang we give our best, we show our best, 'no, we are presentable kasi that can reflect your personality and attitude also towards your work. So, maganda na during the interview pa lang talagang presentable na tayo, maayos yung pananamit natin, we know how to carry ourselves, no? So that can also lead us then doon sa impression ng interviewers natin that this person really is presentable, ready siya to take the job, and at the same time ready siyang humarap sa ibang tao. Kasi especially in the corporate setup, hindi lang naman yung mga kasama natin sa team yung kausap natin. We are dealing with different peoples din. So nandiyan yung mga CEO, yung mga higher ups, no? So mahalaga rin na nakikita nila that we are presentable, no? Para if any case na there are instances that we need to talk to them, no, presentable tayo.
All right. Thank you po. Thank you for answering. Another question po. I'm sure may mga times or may mga candidates na nagkakaroon ng wardrobe malfunction. So, ano po yung tips nyo or advice nyo in handling this type of scenario? Kasi baka this will affect yung buong interview eh. Kakaisip na, ay, natanggal yung butones ko or nagkaroon ng something. Ganun po.
Actually, regarding that, no, just to feel lang din na you're okay kahit na medyo may malfunction on your suit or your outfit. Just to feel pa din na you're ready with the interview. So, nag-prepare ka din naman talaga during on that day. So, just feel confident pa din during the interview kahit may ganon. So, para hindi din masayang yung prepare mo on that day.
And in addition to that, no, so if kaya nating magdala ng extra, no, extra shirt or extra na damit, no, so better, especially kung medyo malala talaga yung wardrobe malfunction, so talagang hindi maiiwasan talaga yan. So maganda na meron tayong backup plan. So always remember na dapat, yun nga, may backup plan tayo kasi during the interviews, anything can happen, no? Pwede tayong matapunan ng kung ano-ano, madumihan yung damit natin. So maganda rin that you bring extra clothing din. Para din if ever na may mga malfunctions or mga difficulties sa clothing natin, talagang ma-address agad natin at the same time.
All right. Thank you po. So, one last question po. Are there any particular cosmetics colors or shades po that are discouraged or suggested for interview, especially for girls? Yan, syempre. Who loves wearing makeup.
Actually, for girls, no, dapat light lang yung colors natin. So, hindi yung super red na lipstick or yung eyeshadow natin na black. So, dapat very light lang and very appropriate din during the interview. So, hindi naman natin kailangan na mga eyeshadow pa no, during the interview. As long as we look presentable during the interview, so that's good enough na or presenting ourselves in the interview.
Tama. Yung mabibigat na false eyelashes, no, ma'am?
Iwasan
Sobrang
mo na
kapal ng makeup. Tapos mainit yung interview room. Tapos nag-melt na yung makeup. Baka magulat yung ating interviewer. Hindi ka na makilala. Yan. So thank you so much, Ms. Joyce and Sir Clark, for answering all our questions po. So before we end the session, do you have final message to our graduating students po of LCCM?
Ayan, sige, I think I can share a short message lang. So, to all graduating students, so good luck on your journey. So, there's a big future awaiting for you, no? So, enjoy lang natin yung journey and at the same time, aim for our goals, no? So, yun, best of luck to all our graduates.
Ms. Joyce, baka may you'd like to add?
Okay, so we hope you understand din no, sa lahat ng mga nanood or yung mga nakinig, so natandaan niyo yung mga na-discuss din namin ni Clark. So, very important din no, na natakal din to at nabigyan namin kayo ng ganitong knowledge since isa to sa mga dapat i-consider din and bigyan ng time din kapag nasa work reality na kayo. So, sana nakatulong and good luck on your next opportunities to editing.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Joyce and Sir Clark, for sharing your knowledge and expertise with our audience today. And we again look forward to having you again in our future events. So have a blessed week ahead. Thank you so much po for
Thank
joining Jobs
you.
with.
Thank you.
Thank you po. All right, so to our audience, so should you be interested to join Eastwest Ageas, you may send or you may visit www.jobs180.com/awa, or if you have questions, again, you may send us a message at info@jobs180.com. So let's now move on to our last topic for today's session. So our last topic is interview tips, which will be discussed by Ms. Christine Legaspi Apostol. So she is the senior recruitment specialist at Rustans Coffee or Starbucks Philippines. She has over 21 years of experience, not just in human resources and recruitment, but also in sales, training, and marketing. She graduated with a degree in psychology from the Consolacion College, Manila. The senior recruitment specialist under Partner Resources, Starbucks, Miss Christine Legaspi Apostol. Hi, Miss Teen. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear
Hi,
me
Miss Good
well,
morning.
Joyce?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All
Can hear you.
right, good.
Ma'am, about your screen is up. So if you're ready, I'll leave it to it. I'll be back after the presentation for the Q&A. Good luck po.
All right. Thanks, Joyce. So, hello, everyone. Good morning. And, well, hello and good morning to all my fellow LCCNs. I'm so happy and excited to be here to join you and participate in your virtual event. So, I myself am a graduate of La Consolacion College, Manila, and I'm so happy that I'm able to share with you some interview tips straight from a recruiter's perspective. So, I am currently the senior recruitment specialist here in Ristan Coffee. We are known as Starbucks Philippines. So I just have some few tips to share with you on how to prepare for your interview. But before we begin, let me ask you to identify what your personal goals are in relation to effective communication, because we have different goals. So do you want to speak with confidence, or do you want to sound like a native English speaker? Do you want to widen your vocabulary? Is this something that you think you need to improve on? Or maybe during interview you want to avoid dead air. So I'm asking these questions because there are several components to consider, and our goals may vary from one person to the next, no? So hopefully there's going to be something helpful for everybody as we try to pack as much as we can during this talk. So take notes and write questions down for the Q&A later. All right. So the first step, let me see if it moved. Ayan, okay, there you go. So the first step is to prepare. This happens before your job interview. I heard Clark and Joyce and earlier said the most important step is to prepare. No, not just the outfit, not just um, preparing for your resume or picking the right outfit, but it's really more on your overall kumbaga para everything, para it's outfit, the resume, your mindset, it all has to come together. So there are ways on how to prepare. Your goal is, remember that your goal is to feel comfortable, confident, and ready for anything for your interview. So this only comes from sufficient and quality preparation. If you're the type of person who easily gets nervous, you can definitely benefit from prepping or preparing even more. Preparation or prepping extends to organizing your thoughts and your words before the job interview. So, just like I mentioned earlier, preparation is not limited to just printing your resume or picking the right outfit, but also having the right mindset. So, like what Clark and Joyce Ann mentioned, research, look into the company, identify things that you can connect with. Kasi di ba, when you're applying with the company, you are putting your, so you'd like to see yourself as someone who's working for that company. So what are the things that you see in that company that connects with you? So these actually may come up during the interview. How you relate or how you engage with the company. So know what is the job about. What are the job requirements? When you go into the interview, you have to know what are the qualifications kasi you have to match with the company. So kailangan na research mo na siya in advance, right? So start identifying your where your experience and your qualifications match with what the employer needs. For example, in Starbucks, if you want to be a full-time barista, the minimum qualification that we're looking for is someone who is a graduate of any 4-year course. So yun lang, di ba? So no experience needed. Experience, or if you have experience, it's an advantage. But we're just looking for someone who is a graduate of a 4-year course. So kung ako yun, check. So hindi pa ako graduate, sa October pa po ako gagraduate. Pwede na po ba ako mag-apply? So, 'di ba? So I think you know the answer to that question kasi ang sabi ng employer, they're only looking for someone who is a graduate of a 4-year course. Ayan. So, if you research, if you know the qualifications of or what the company is looking for, then you are ahead. You are ahead of other applicants. Okay. And also, were there words on the job post that you are unfamiliar with? Baka may mga when you review or when you read through the job description, if there are words there that are unfamiliar to you, you can look them up or ask for validation during the interview. You can ask the interviewer to clarify some items on the job description that is not familiar to you. Or you can also tap the power of the internet. I also heard Clark and Joyce Ann mentioned earlier that you can research, go to Google and search for, jobs or barista jobs. And then you can, or in the website of the employer, may mga nakikita kang terms doon that are not familiar to you, then you can look it up. So tap the power of the internet. Second is to immerse. I think this is one way of putting yourself into the job talaga, the ideal candidate's shoes. So one way to immerse yourself to the interview is to really know more about the job. If you know someone that's currently or previously worked at the company, or let's say you have someone like a connection on LinkedIn, you have a connection on LinkedIn that's who's working in the company that you're eyeing, you can reach out to them and ask them to give you some advice. Yeah, that's the best way. Or for us, for example, in Starbucks, if you have time, visit a nearest Starbucks store. Ako, sinasabi ko to personally dun sa mga applicants that I talk to. If they're not familiar with how yung mga barista, how they communicate, how they connect with customers, I ask them to visit muna before their interview. Visit a nearest Starbucks store and observe how the partners interact with customers and fellow partners. So in Starbucks, we call the employees partners. Baka naririnig niyo to, no? So to be a Starbucks partner, yan. So observe how the partners interact with customers and fellow partners because this is the job you will do. So parang yung yung demeanor nila, like how they dress up, how they communicate, nag-i-English ba sila or nagtatagalog ba sila? So that gives you a hint na, pwede pala magtagalog eh. Parang hindi naman pala English palagi. Yun. So, or maybe, if you are a frequent for example, like in Starbucks, if you're a frequent customer, think about your experience as a customer. Is this something you'd like to do for others? So, kumbaga, when you immerse yourself into the environment, you see yourself, parang you are actually parang practicing na how it feels like to be within that environment. Yon, okay. So, which leads me to the third item, to practice. So that's how you actually practice. You research, you immerse, and what you can do is list questions that are often asked in interviews. Um, Personally, as an interviewer myself, I appreciate uh, when candidates or applicants come in with questions that are relevant to the job, and questions that make the candidate look very curious and really eager for the job. So yung mga um, 'di ba? So, when you practice also, so alam nyo na yung mga sample questions, 'di ba? Like, tell me something about yourself. Ayan naman ang mga question ng interviewer. How did you learn about the job opening? Yan yung mga questions. So, you can rehearse na. You can practice already. How would you answer these types of questions? You may rehearse and then vary responses also. Well, I would personally recommend not to write down your response, or do not memorize your responses to these questions. Kasi we can tell, memorizing will make you even more nervous or prone to errors. Kasi pagka memorize siya tapos nakalimutan mo, halatang halata na you parang you're out of, nawawala ka sa balance, parang ganun. So what you can do is rehearse varied responses. What you can do though is record yourself and play it back. Mas maganda yun, no? You can record and then you play it back and see how you can improve your response. There are also some applications, some apps, like the Elsa Speak, that you can use to improve your accent and pronunciation. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. This is before and during the interview naman. Kanina yung prepare is before the interview. So the next slide is before and during the interview. Have the right mindset. So be in the right headspace. Yun pala yun. That's the third. Be in the right headspace where your thoughts and consequently your actions flow and align to support your end goals. So having the right mindset is knowing that you are prepared. So, kanina in step 1, all the preparations that you've done should give you a sense of accomplishment and reassurance. So, it gives you that kind of confidence that you have prepared for this interview. And it gives you less anxiety and nerves. Kasi remember that kahit no matter how prepared you are or how much you've practiced, when you come into the actual interview, meron talagang nerves, meron talagang anxiety. That's natural. Pero when you come in prepared, less anxiety and less nerves na, because you know that you can do it. Yeah. Second, I think most importantly is you are having a conversation. It's reframe how you look at the interview. A job interview is supposed to be a conversation between two parties on how they can add value to each other, so the company and the applicant, diba? So while the interviewers want to know more about you, don't be shy to ask them questions based on your research. The questions can revolve around the interviewer. Questions like, what do you like most about working in this industry or working for Starbucks, for example? So you can also ask questions like, what are some of the benefits that you enjoy or that Starbucks or the company provide? Yung mga ganong questions. So like I said earlier, di ba? When you come in with these types of questions, we can see how eager you are. And kumbaga, hindi one way lang yung the interviewers the only one asking questions, no? Pero you are also asking questions. It means you are engaging the interviewer. Yeah. So switch or reframe your mindset from, oh no, I'm being judged. This is a test. Usually yun yung mindset natin pag may interview, di ba? So switch your mindset from that to I'm just in a conversation. Yan, practicein nyo. Sige. You can write it down in the comment section as a mantra when you come into the interview. I'm just in a conversation. Sige, you can write it down in the comment section. And then switch from a negative view, which makes you feel more anxious, to a positive view, making you feel more at ease. So siguro one keynote kung bakit tayo na-anxious or nininervyos during the interview is because of the language that we use during the interview, di ba? In Starbucks, I guess in Starbucks, since I'm in Starbucks, no, while English is the preferred language, you can also speak in your own or local dialect. For example, when you're giving examples or you're sharing stories during the interview, I think it's better to articulate what you want to say. So what you can do is siguro parang you can introduce what you're about to say in English, and then as an example, in my experience, tsaka ka na mag-switch to your own dialect or local dialect. A good hint to take is when your interviewer speaks in their local dialect. It's a sign that you can also speak in your local dialect. Mas magandang hint yun, no? Kapag yung interviewer nyo actually speaks in their own dialect, then it's a good sign that it means, okay, pwede akong mag-switch into my regional or local dialect. Okay, but most importantly, remember to smile. That's how we can see if there's so much anxiety, so much nerves going on during the interview. Pero when you smile, it shows confidence. So remember to smile. Okay? And lastly, you have something to offer. So learn the difference and remind yourself that you have both hard skills and soft skills that the employer can use. Hard skills, these are like technical knowledge and training, like computer skills, certifications, etc. You have that to offer. You also have soft skills, being customer oriented, multitasking skills, flexibility, intrinsic motivation. These are soft skills. So knowing your skill set allows you to focus on how you can help the employer. So in Starbucks naman, we invest in your training. So okay lang kahit walang experience, di ba? You can actually become a barista or a store partner without experience. What's important is how you demonstrate the willingness to learn and be trained. So I think yun yung pwede mong ipakita during the interview. That's something that you have to offer. Kumaga parang it's one way of saying I have the willingness to learn and be trained, and another way is by showing an example or a personal experience on how you parang learn a skill from 0 to 100 because you are willing to learn and be trained. Yan. So yun yung mga example that you give your interviewer. Okay? Quick check ko lang if you all can still, okay, sige. So check ko lang if my audio is still okay. All right. So moving on to the third tip is to tell stories. This is during the interview na, no? So this happens during the interview. Remember the preparation that you did earlier? So you should have stories to share, describing yourself, your skills, and if you have work experience, then better. Of course, everyone loves a good or factual story, but don't make anything up. Okay, so what you can do is to remember to be specific. Focus on the few important details of the story and outline the action. So the story that you have to tell has to keep moving. For example, if you're sharing a story about a previous um, experience of how you let's say how you joined a club, an extracurricular activity or club within your school, how you got involved, and you know how determined or how motivated are you to parang pursue a club membership. No need to include how you learned about the uh, yung recruitment for the club membership. For example, through your friend, yung friend of a friend ko actually recruited for Psych Society, and so I got interested. Ang daming ano, 'di ba? Ang daming details dun sa kwento. But what you can do is um, be specific and make the story parang short and sweet. Yan. So, sabi nga nila, the best acronym when you are telling stories is to KISS. Keep it short and simple. The best siguro tip is to make sure that you use the STAR approach when you are being interviewed or when you are asked a question about a previous experience. Kasi usually yung mga questions ng interviewer is share an example of a time. Di ba laging ganun? Parang tell me about the time when you, for example, when you had a difficult situation and how you overcame the situation. May mga ganyan questions, no? So the STAR approach is to be the STAR approach is STAR. It's an acronym. So the S is the situation. So remember na present the situation first. So sasabihin mo, I remember there was a situation wherein, ganyan. So ipepresent mo muna yung situation para may background yung interviewer kung ano na ba yung ano na ba yung kinukwento mo. So once you have presented the situation, and then present so the time that you experienced that situation. So it was during, diba? So it was during my 4th year in college. So you're being very specific kung kailan nangyari yung situation and ano yung timeline that you are telling the story. Baka naman nung elementary ka pa or nung high school ka pa yung kinukwento mo. So you share the timeline of when that story happened. And then A stands for the action. So you presented the situation, ano yung situation and when it happened, and then present what you did. Kasi di ba yung example lang natin kanina, yung question is, tell me about the time that you encountered or experienced a difficult situation and how you overcame it. So ano yung action na ginawa mo to overcome yung difficult situation that you mentioned? Okay, so action. So S is situation, T is for the timeline, A is for the action, and huwag mong kalimutan i-share yung result, which is the R for the STAR. Yung result, ano nangyari? Ikwento mo kung how you overcame the difficult situation. Ano yung naging result? So it can be in a short response lang, no? But remember yung STAR approach. The interviewers will really appreciate when you are specific, when you are being relevant dun sa question, and when you are clear, kumbaga merong structure dun sa way of responding to the interviewer. Yan. Okay? So, be relevant kasi make sure your story provides the information needed. No? So, when you are asked a question, yung response mo should be relevant to the question kung what they're actually looking for. Okay? So, kaya ko shinare yung approach, the STAR approach. Kasi when you present the situation, parang clear introduction to what you're about to tell. Yan. Being clear is using simple words. Ayan. So do not fill the story with irrelevant names and mundane details. Okay. So no need to parang mention the names or whatever kasi you just want to emphasize how you demonstrate parang a behavior that's being asked during the interview. Okay. Next, and I think the last tip is to be fearless. Ayan. Be fearless but not overly confident. Ano ba yan sa Tagalog, no? Not too forward or parang you're over the top, parang ganon. Excessive when you have fear, it eats at your capacity to focus on the present moment. Kasi sobrang kabado mo. It can cause you to feel more tense and be less creative. Di ka na makapag-isip because it will be difficult to think on your feet when you have fear. Ayan. So here are a few things to think about. How the interview is about the job. It's not about you. Ayan. So, mas magandang isipin mo na it's not about me, it's about the job. So, most people become nervous because they make the interview about themselves. Even the outcome is seen as a reflection on themselves as people. So, come into the interview prepared and partner with the interviewer to find how the job is a good match with you. So, remember that the interview is two-way. It's between you and the interviewer. So the interview is we're looking for a store partner while you are sorry, I missed that. While you are naman looking into for a job, diba? So two-way siya. Hindi lang yung interviewer ang assessing you, but also you're also assessing the interviewer, how they portray or represent the company that you want to be in. Yun. So siguro yung mindset na yun is they are assessing me, but I'm also assessing them. Diba? So it makes you less nervous. Also remember that everyone makes errors. Even the interviewer makes errors. Even the best of the best make errors. Okay? So don't focus on the errors. But you want to focus on being the best version of yourself. But don't pretend to be someone else. Okay? So remind yourself of the preparation that you have completed beforehand. Avoid thinking about the errors that you do not want to commit. Wag mo na isipin yung errors. Everyone makes errors. Avoid worrying about grammatical errors. Katulad na sabi natin sa kanila, if you need to speak in your own dialect to better articulate yourself, then do so. Only if you think that the company is allowing it, di ba? Or only if the interviewer is allowing it. Katulad namin sa Starbucks, it can be a combination of English and Tagalog. So if it's better to speak in your own dialect, for example, Tagalog, then do it. Okay? Siguro avoid thinking about this list. Kasi pag inisip mo, may list na ka, be prepared, lalo kang ma-anxious. Okay? So how you portray yourself, nag-move ulit siya. So how you portray yourself before, during, and after the interview will show the potential of you being a Starbucks partner. Ayan, which leads me to my last slide. There you go. So that's those are the 4 interview tips. And being a Starbucks partner is something that we really would want to showcase to everyone here. So if you are interested to join the Starbucks team today, then you may visit our Jobs 180 site at jobs180.com/Starbucks Philippines. Ayan. So thank you.
Ayan, sorry. Nakamute po pala. Sorry. Apologies, Miss Tin. So again, thank you, Miss Tin, for discussing about interview tips. So we are now opening the floor for questions. So to LCCM, if you have questions for regarding the topic, or for Miss Tin, you may now post your questions in the comment section. So while waiting for questions, Miss Tin, I'll be asking questions na po muna. First question is, um, can you share some strategies or tips for handling unexpected or challenging questions in an interview? Or is it okay to say no or skip the question and get back to it?
Um, for me, the best strategy is to listen to the question. Kasi a lot of times when you are nervous and anxious during the interview, you forget what the question is. So listen to the question first. And then it's okay to actually pause for a few seconds lang to collect your thoughts and look back or reflect, nangyari na ba sa akin tong question na to? So you can do that, no? That's not a problem. Silence, yung parang kahit may silence, that's fine kasi it allows you to think and reflect, no? How to
Mm-hmm.
respond to that question. And then the best approach pa rin talaga is the STAR approach, just like what I mentioned. So when you reflect, nangyari na sa akin to, itong question na to, so present the situation. First, when it happened, what I did, and what was the result. Parang ganun. So listen, pause and reflect. Tapos when you come up with your answer, use the STAR approach. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Tin, for answering that one. So another question, Miss Tin, is would you know or would you have an idea if your interview went bad?
Yes, you can tell. Definitely. Well, although I would say na not to overthink, siguro a lot of us would think na, oh, it went bad, no? Parang ganon. So just like what I mentioned earlier, um, focus on the positive. If you focus on the negative, that's when um, parang makikita ng interviewer if you are sobrang nervyos. Kasi nga, like for us in Starbucks, no, the only way to assess um, a candidate if they are fit for the role is during the interview. I mean, yes, paper-wise, if it looks good, if your profile looks good on paper, that's an advantage. But during the interview, doon talaga ina-assess if you are fit for the role. So, if you are negative, if you are thinking na this interview will um, end bad, then you are not starting on the right mindset. So, focus on the positive. You can also ask a question though. I guess that's the best way. Di ba sometimes may mga candidates na pag tinanong ko, what questions do you have? May mga candidates ako, they would ask, how did I do or how did I perform in this interview? So that's also a good way to ask. Kasi as an interviewer, I can also summarize. Parang it's a good way for me to give feedback, no? Sabihin ko lang na, so far your resume looks good or looks impressive. Yung mga extracurricular activities mo, it really shows your eagerness, your engagement. But during this interview, I find that you can still work on or improve on your communication skills, yung mga ganyan. So that's a good way to parang to get feedback from your interviewer by asking them how you did during the interview. Yeah.
All right. So starting your day po being a pessimist is actually a bad idea. Pero how about po yung applicant or interviewee that are overly confident or overly parang positive? Ganun.
Gusto
Is
ko
that a
sanang
good idea? Is that
gusto ko
okay?
sanang Tagalogin yan actually, pero there's no there's no professional way of saying it in Tagalog. Pero we can also tell as an interviewer if you are overly confident. Um, you can inject humor into the interview to make it more light or siguro to ease the nerves or sometimes yung interviewer mo can also inject humor pero minsan pag sumusobra na like they're overly confident like they're so sure that they na I got this and then lahat na ng ano ba yan lahat na ng mga pag mga pwedeng iyabang sinabi na so I would say be fearless, but do not be cocky. Siguro that's the best way to put it. Kung when you think you have all the skills you think you have all the qualifications, then show you can also show it during the interview but we also look at flexibility humility kasi this is customer service lalo na in Starbucks no there's a stigma kasi or there is parang a connotation like for Starbucks partner English to parang ganon but in as a partner realistically it's kumbaga parang you're in the front of house, you're also in the back of house. So, kailangan din makita ng interviewer how humble you are, how you want to, how you want to start a career and make this long term. Hindi lang siya yung parang mukha kang parang wow, I'm from Starbucks, ganyan. So, hindi lang siya parang brand, but it's also you carrying the brand that's professional, that's humble, and not mayabang. Ayun, in Tagalog.
Ayan. Sabihin ko sana ma-feeling mo, pero English pa rin yun. So, hindi pa rin siya Tagalog. Ayan. Thank you so much, Miss Tin, for answering your question. So, another question, Miss Tin, is there are companies who preferred na the online interviews po, do? Or mas nag-stick sila sa online interviews kesa dun sa face-to-face interviews. But meron pa rin, may mga companies na nag-back on-site na face-to-face. Pero with the online interviews po, how hard it is to like maintain or how important yung non-verbal communications and body language po ng interviewee.
Mm-mm. So it's all about preparation. I think I would say just like what Clark and Joyce Ann mentioned earlier. When you are prepared, uh, it parang it all comes together. So, an example siguro, kunwari nag-prepare ka, top lang, no? Top lang yung sinuot mo. Pero all of a sudden, you have to stand up. Parang ganun. So, hindi ka na-prepare. So, same thing for online. Although, in Starbucks kasi, the preferred mode of interview is face-to-face na talaga. But if it has to be through an online interview, then treat the interview as if it's still face to face. Kumbaga, you're not as stiff. Katulad ngayon, I feel like you're still my audience is there watching me. So having the right mindset na even when this is an online interview, I come in prepared, I come in on time, I have reviewed the job description, I have researched the company, I have my questions with me. It's all listed down, ready for during the interview. I have rehearsed how to answer or how to respond to questions. So treat it as if it's still a face-to-face interview, even if it's online.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Tin. So I think no more questions po from our audience. And you've answered all my questions naman na po. Very well, Miss Tin. So thank you so much, ma'am. So before we end the session, do you have final message po to our graduating students po?
Yeah, but thank you so much, Jobs 180, for allowing us to be part of this virtual event. I can't wait to see you all on the on-site job fair. Thank you so much to our La Consolacion College Manila family for also allowing me to join and participate in this virtual event. Good luck to all the graduating students. of La Consolacion. And yeah, see you all.
Thank you so much, Miss Tin. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your experience with our audience today. So we look forward to having you again in our future webinars. Thank you so much, Miss Tin.
Thank
Ayan.
you.
So if you're interested to join or know more about Starbucks Philippines, you may visit www.drops180.com/Starbucks Philippines. Thank you so much, Miss Tin. Ayan, so there you have it, guys. Ayan. Wow, all I can say is if this was my first time attending webinars like this would really help me in looking for jobs. I hope you agree, guys. So to our audience, thank you so much for attending, for lending us your time. We hope that you have learned from this session, from this webinar, and hopefully this will be useful to you in your journey to the world of work. And we hope you have enjoyed the session. So if you have additional questions, don't hesitate to send us a message on our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/chops180, or you may email us at info@chops180.com. So there you have it, guys. We are done with the talk proper and successfully tackled all the topics assigned for today's session. So please do not forget to evaluate this event. So to secure your attendance for today's session, so the link is flashed on your screen, and you can also scan the QR code, and it's also available at the comment section. I'm sorry, we don't have the link, pala, we don't have the link. So you can scan the QR code. Ayan. And again, thank you so much for attending and for staying all throughout the event. And we hope, and we would also like to thank Ms. Tony Mariel Vidal, the Center for Guidance and Counseling of La Consolacion College, Manila. We hope that we have imparted insightful things that would help your students as they embark on their journey to the world of work. And so please watch out for the next set of webinars we are going to host for. And please do not forget to check our Facebook page for the topics that will be discussed. And you are very much welcome to join those sessions, guys. So if you think you missed this webinar, you may visit again our Facebook and YouTube channel to rewatch this session. Ayan, so the program has been concluded. This is your host, Joyce Katakutan Kole. We will see you soon and have a great afternoon. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Lord, for this successful seminar. We know that you have blessed all that have attended. May you keep on blessing us as we go exit this venue and apply what we have learned from the wisdom and expertise the speakers and materials have presented. Grant us the will and fortitude to apply the knowledge we have garnered this day for the good of all men. In your name, amen.
Good morning, students. I am Vixie, the Automated Recruitment Assistant of VXI, and I am here to answer your questions about our company. Hi, I have a question. Does VXI accept fresh graduates? Definitely. We accept fresh graduates, and you can apply via walk-in process at all our recruitment hubs. Jumpstart your career with us here at VXI. Is it really true that it is a one-day processing before you get hired? Absolutely. Here at VXI, you can get hired within the same day. Perks, benefits, and a great working environment await you here. We have decided that all of us will be applying tomorrow at VXI. See you there, Vixie!
In this constantly changing world where businesses move at a rapid pace, Innodata solves the toughest challenges in any industry through human expertise and the power of technology. We are a community that thrives on a culture of collaboration, ideation, and innovation. And we want you to be part of our family. Your journey towards a meaningful and thriving career begins with us. Be part of the Inno community. We are Innodata.
At a time when customers are demanding more value more rapidly, you need a transformation partner that can help make your customer experience your competitive differentiator. For years, RRD Go has been helping companies reinvent how they do business and reimagine how customers connect with their brand. Our customized solutions, deep industry expertise, and highly skilled global talent pool empower clients across every industry. We elevate customer engagement with targeted, interactive, and compelling omni-channel communications, and leverage tech-driven solutions to reimagine customer interactions and accelerate your transformation agenda. Our digital and workflow solutions generate actionable insights, enhance organizational flexibility, and simplify transactions. We harness the power of next-level technologies to bring new solutions to life. Everything from automation and data visualization to AI, AR, and beyond. By combining best-in-class, forward-looking technologies with some of the industry's best forward-thinking minds, we can help take your customer experience beyond what you thought was possible. Discover how. Visit rrd.com/go today.